This match.
Oh, EG.
EG. Paper. Paper.
Oh yeah, that was one word. Oh, I
Three
used...
letters, actually 5.
Oh, no.
USA and EG.
Wow. Look at this. All right, guys. Well, here we go. We started with 16 teams.
All right, let's get it.
To the final 4. Anything can happen. PaperX versus EG. Fnatic versus Loud.
Made it back in time just for this,
starts
baby.
right now.
Let's get it. All right. Here we go, baby. Time for some Valorant Champions. Start with the upper bracket, so PaperX versus Evil Geniuses. Chat, what's going to happen is shortly into the game, I am going to need to go pick up Little Man.
Está sendo muito lindo para nós isso. Eu não achei que ia chegar no top 4 tão rápido na minha carreira novamente.
We had really tough games, but everyone's on the same boat. I think definitely we'll come out stronger from this.
I have a lot of emotions, a lot of motivation. I want to be remembered.
I knew what my skills were back then when I was unknown. I just wanted to prove myself. And here I am proving myself again and again.
Bro, Demon 1's insane. EG's blow up is so fucking cool.
Well, this is it, guys. We're here at the Kia Forum. History is about to be made.
The year started with both of these teams in the finals of Lock-In. It was heartbreak for Loud.
They already managed to get their revenge on Fnatic at Champions. The score is 1-1 tied.
There's pressure on them. 2 trophies, 1 in a row.
But if you don't win Champions,
What's it matter?
What's your legacy?
Yeah.
Highest placement we got at Champions.
Yeah, that's true.
We're breaking records.
And now it's gonna be like a really deciding match. Who's better team?
Eu acho que
Bro, that game's gonna go crazy later.
Ele se entrega muito pro time dele. Ele quer sempre o melhor pro time.
They played really well, and it's like now I hope for a good rematch.
Eu acho que Derek vai vir com sangue no olho para jogar contra as pinhas.
this could be the greatest Valorant rivalry we have ever had.
We want to learn from each other, and no matter what happens, we just like respect each other.
Hey Baz,
Hey, you guys go in this tournament, okay?
we'll try.
Aspas, Kawan, Tuis, Les y eu. Vamos a estar ahí sem medo. De líder a líder vamos nos divertir.
Loud. One more.
I knew we were gonna be here. No doubt in my mind ever. I'm super excited to rematch PaperX.
Last time, PaperX, they managed to take EG all the way, go the distance to the last map with a stand-in.
I want to like get revenge to EG because they beat us on Tokyo.
Their playstyle was kind of similar to ours. They swing, we swing. They do like random stuff, we do random stuff. This time, I can't wait to play something.
Something is still above Demon 1. I think
Was
they've
something
been
not at
really
Masters?
arrogant, and I really don't like it.
Yeah, fucked every single person I've ever played against. I'm not stopping. So just enjoy watching me destroy your favorite teams and cry about it.
Yeah, let's go.
Like having fun as much as we can. If we laugh, I think we will win the game.
We'll see how it goes in the server.
With both
All
teams
right.
making it through upper bracket as 1 seeds, this is going to be our last and final coin flip of the event. So again, alphabetic order according to team name. So EG will be heads and PRX will be tails. And I will go ahead and give this a flip. Oh. That is tails.
You were right. This test run.
So, PRX, you will choose Team A or Team B?
Team B.
Team B. So, EG, you will be Team A.
All right. We will ban split.
Okay.
All right, no
And
split.
your ban.
Fracture.
And map number 1.
Sorry, what was your ban?
Fracture.
Fracture.
Okay. We will pick Ascent.
Ascent and
All right, so we got
side on
Ascent for map 1.
Attack.
Attack. And then map number 2.
Bind.
Bind. Side on bind.
Pick defense.
Defense. And then next set of bans starting with EG, you have Haven, Lotus, and Pearl.
Okay, we'll take out Lotus.
Lotus, okay. And your ban, you have Haven and Pearl.
They're gonna take out Haven.
Pick Ben Haven.
Ban
Yep,
Haven. So
gonna
map
go
number
Pearl.
3 will be Pearl.
Yep.
EG side on Pearl.
Defense.
Defense. Okay, let's run back through this. First set of bans, we have EG with Split, PRX with Fracture. Map number 1 is Ascent with PRX on Attack. Map number 2 is Bind with EG on Defense. Next set of
All
bans
right,
are
Chad,
Lotus
that's
and
our
Haven.
maps.
Map number 3 decider
Ascent,
is Pearl,
Bind,
EG on
Pearl.
Defense. Cool. All right, good luck to you both.
That was good.
What'd they play last time they played against each other? Ascent, Bind, Pearl. 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 They play during...
Evil geniuses.
I don't understand. They said that they played in Tokyo, but where? Oh, lower bracket. I'm an idiot.
Paper X.
So Pearl and Ascent, Evil Geniuses won both of those. Haven was banned out last time by PaperX.
It's a rematch from Masters Tokyo, but this time a shot at glory is on the line and a trip to the grand final awaits. We're about to witness a war in Inglewood.
Neither of these teams has ever lifted a global trophy. Both have had an opportunity, ended in second place. But for both these squads, this is the match that could win you champions. If you get to the grand finals, get that veto advantage, it's just one step away.
You're talking about map veto advantage. I'm thinking about the map pool that they've got. I mean, with Pearl being the final, we might see Yoru versus Phoenix on that map. It could be unreal. We might have Rainers on all 3 of the maps. Who knows?
Which is just insane. I mean, just the fact that we're starting on Ascent and PaperX's crazy comp they normally run on this, the Harbor Reina that has come out, it's just, it's mad. I have no idea if they're going to run it. I certainly hope
Dog,
they
there's
do,
nobody
but
in the crowd.
yeah, it's the biggest stage.
Demon One said that he feels that EG and PaperX have a similar play style, and a lot of the times I disagree with that. But in this map pool, I think we get to see both of these teams' most creative comps. We start on Ascent, we get to see that Reina Harbor Sky composition that only really PaperX is running. And as we get deeper, we get the Yoru for EG. I think it's truly a showcase of both of the unique ideas that these teams have cooked up.
Yeah, I mean, wild compositions to have in your upper bracket finals, I'm going to be paying particular attention, I think, to that Something Demon 1 matchup as we head into Ascent. And I think that one of the areas is Something has been nervous. He's talked in press conferences about literally shaking when he gets up on the stage and needing, you know, a full half or like at least 6 rounds to really settle himself down.
How awful it will be to be the guy who's the ace for the team, the one who's supposed to be the pop-off king, and then you come here at the Kia Forum, and Doug, you fall flat.
No, I think there are a few things to consider here, though. Number one, I think PaperX's roster is built in a way to where Something doesn't have to be that every single time.
Very true.
Right? And then number two, you were talking about how he seems like he's nervous and a little slow, whatever. I think he's warmed up throughout the tournament in a tremendous way. So yeah, maybe a little bit more of that towards the beginning, but I think this is something that we've been expecting.
But it's still a new venue, a bigger crowd, added pressures. Now that you're into this top 4, you watched your team get here before without you. This is your chance to win a trophy with PaperX, to push into that grand finals. So the pressure is definitely on. But I think both these teams' approaches to the game help them to dissipate that. They've both talked so much about having fun, being relaxed, channeling that energy that they had shown earlier in the tournament into these later stages.
I mean, remember as well that the Phoenix Pearl kind of situation for PaperX has worked incredibly well over the course of Champions. I think EG's best chance of being able to win here and go through to the grand finals again is by winning 2-0. Is by cleanly winning on Ascent and then finding a way to deal with the chaos that's coming at you at PaperX's bind. And I think maps 2 and 3 are going to be really difficult for EG.
Well, he doesn't think they can go Pearl?
First map is a must-win for Evil Geniuses. If they can't win here on Ascent, if PaperX end up coming hot out the gates and they're overpowering, it's just going to be a clean road to the finals, I think.
And even that is going to be difficult. They played the default comp here on Ascent. PaperX, they have this unique composition, which no one else really plays.
Asian Slick, baby!
To have gotten legitimate practice against this Harbor Reyna, which they are locking in the Prime Gaming Agent Select.
It's kind of similar comp to what they're going to do on Bind as well, where they run the Raze Reyna there too. So PaperX are just getting warmed up for map 2 already, even if they lose.
It's just such a... You don't prep against a comp like this, right? You don't get regular reps against something like this if you're EG.
Or have the EG reserve roster been running Raze Reyna Harbor the whole time?
Get
Obviously,
the tinfoil hats, people.
Dude, of course, I mean, every other team, you can't tell your opponents what to run, but EG are like the only team that actually have a full reserve roster that plays, you know, in styles like the teams that they're going to be playing against.
Fair.
I'm telling you, BCJ's been running it down on the Reyna.
That's a deep cut.
They're going to be ready for it at that point.
I wonder if that's been a
but
benefit
even
for
though
them.
they play the default comp, this map
I never
has
even
been
thought
their
about that.
playground. They have a lot of specific trap plays that they've innovated here, setting up off of their ultimates, just like they do on Fracture. Just because it's the basic comp doesn't mean EG's going to have a basic style.
Well, the agents are all locked in, and we're ready to kick off our first match here at the Kia Forum. So, come on, guys, make some noise as we get hyped for this first matchup as we send it over to Achilles and Paper Thin.
Thank you very much, GP. Yes, it is an honor to be here for this upper final between PaperX and EG. I'm Achilles here with Paper Thin, and we'll be guiding you through what could very well be some chaotic action. Given what we were hearing from Potter coming into this, they said we're going to turn the brains off, we're going to dive into this, and we are just going to fight.
And I love the way that she's talking about it, because it's so important to be ready for this against PaperX, because what makes them so good is their W King, folks. They are so confident, so spectacular in the heat of the moment with their opening shots. And here on the pistol, as we get ready for Ascent, our first map, I can already see that PaperX has set up the same toxic screen where they push bench, but it looks like an A hit here, full on for PaperX on their attack side.
Jing with a quick swing, gets himself all the way down. The cat now Drake pushing forward. Paint shells at the ready, right as the wall drops. Something going to be finding that first blood. Now Jing going to be doubling up. Juggernaut going to be taken down. Already site being occupied. Plant coming in. A very swift hit right off the rip here as Jing gets some timing. Gets himself swung up around the corner. Catches come off guard for sinking on the pinch. Jing now with a 3K to kick things off. Fusio will drag one back. Sheriff in hand has to be respected, but Something will find the headshot, and PaperX will get themselves on the board with the first pistol round.
And this is going to be one of the keys to the game here for PaperX, is getting ahead of those utility combos of EG, and also throwing some different looks. So at the beginning of this round, it's a very similar look in terms of utility for PaperX, where they throw a toxic screen across mid to their last pistol, I should say, that they played, and they went into bench. This time, it is just a straight rush, and they are going to be pushing space today. They want to make sure that all of those brilliant combos that EG can set up, particularly even in calm, are going to be neutralized by getting into their back lines.
Wallet that I need to pick up, little man. My fault.
Wall up, looking like the push is going to be coming through this time rather quickly over on towards B. Turret going to be cleared out. And the site is going to be taken, so it's going to have to be a full five-man retake here on this B site as the spike gets planted in the default corner. Mindfreak looking to push forward. Gets a couple shots across. Busio going to be taken down. Finds that first kill. Swing in off the back. Forsaken manages to gun down.
PRX coming in to prove a point, man.
And suddenly it's all on Jogamo to see if he can do anything to stop this from being a flawless, but he is going to get pinched. He is going to get taken down. And this time, PaperX, they're not going to be dropping the anti-eco. They do clean it up 2-0 to begin.
And already what I'm seeing here from PaperX is super encouraging, not just because they won that round flawless, but because they're reacting really well. There's a 0 point that hits the back wall from B. Immediately, the Cove comes down from Forsaken to protect the B main door. It's kind of a fallback point because they're expecting pressure on that flank. They're able to deal with it very, very nicely. So already, it seems like PaperX, not only are they kind of on that W key gaming mode where they're just pushing space, but they're also using their utility, reacting really well to what they're seeing from EG. Now, this time around, the fast hit onto A is going to be shut down. Just something detected with that knife. And he's going to try to take a little bit of space. Of course, he will grab those rifles off the rip. Devi sitting with that Phantom as well. Already Jinx so close to the showstopper.
I mean, he's 2 away from it, but yeah, got the spot there. TP up in towards Heaven. The wall helps escort them forward. A 1-for-1 exchange here. The Flash is going to be down on either side, with Ethan taken out in their full rotation. Now makes its way over here towards A for the side of EG. Mindfreak trying to play a little bit ratty, gets himself tucked into the corner, but it seems like Bustio pretty well aware of this, but still needs to face over towards door, and he's going to be good for 2. Finds Forsaken, finds Jing, swing onto the corner, Juggleball can't quite line it up as Mindfreak gets himself 2 eliminations, but now
Demon 1.
1v1, sees the legs for a second, a tap onto the spike and something. Looks to play this out a bit more patiently. The swing coming through.
Let's go!
And it's a bloody brawl, but Demon 1 will be the last man standing to get EG the first round victory here in the bonus.
We get
Big
our
first round back.
Glimpse of the Demon 1 versus something matchup, and this round is going to go to Demon 1. And a huge win for him and EG to stabilize, to not fork over the bonus to PaperX. Really good stabilization. Good push here from Mindfreak to help back up, and a really clean shot with that Bulldog. But Demon 1, you cannot give him space. You cannot wide swing him like that, because he will beat you every time, as we just saw. He took down 2 of PaperX's best there. Really nicely handled, but a lot of damage done to EG in that round.
We'll see what the buy looks like. I mean, the Odin was recovered. They carry that one over here into this round. Right back into his hands, but you can see they're very well aware of this, and they don't want to play around that Odin too much. So continue to just poke and prod over towards this A site, see if they can continue to find these openings. As Forsaken is just going to be going for some counter spam.
She's got a couple ults here now. The biggest one, the showstopper for Jing. And it looks to me like they're getting ready to try to clear some space. Jogamo not going to be spotted by that Trailblazer.
Yep, showstopper comes in, it's going to be good for 1, but now Jogamo makes his position known. Takes him out the rear over the top. He gets in front of it, but something still comes away with the kill. Up on top here at Heaven. Demon 1 taking a couple pot shots. I'll find the connection that he's looking for. I believe the bite goes up to Heaven as well to cut off that line of sight. Door now having to be broken down. Does so. Recon darts on point. Finds the vibe for 1. Interrupts the plant and clutches.
Damn.
What a perfect setup
Good
here.
stuff from Com.
Completely shuts it down all on his lungs.
Nice.
Way up onto the side, finds 1, but then Mindfreak answers back.
Only problem is 1v2 now.
Odin in hand, can swap out for the Vandal. Grabs this one. Spike planted by something here on the site. Mindfreak tucked away, changing his position, trying to become unreadable as something looks to face in, and he gets taken out.
He's not going to be expecting him to the right, though.
Found the recon.
Oh, Com.
Gonna have to be cleared. The swing just
Damn.
comes in. Mindfreak just plays off the timing. Takes him out. Once again, 1 man left standing. PaperX will now move up to 3.
I mean, it's a brilliant round here from Com, doing everything he can to try to swing this into EG's favor. But who needs to clear that recon dart when you can just step in front of it and get the kill? Really nicely handled in the heat of the moment there by Mindfreak. 1 away from his Viper's Pit as well. Forsaken 1 away from the Reckoning. And I really like what I'm seeing here from Forsaken in particular with these coves. He's using them reactively to help either set up their entries or block a flank, kind of give them a little bit of extra protection from the spams through those smokes, right? He's setting up first and foremost the high tide, and then behind that he's got a cove to make sure that he's covering his team's entry. Even though EG does a really good job here of kind of disrupting the plant, especially Com. Again, those shock darts were beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, flush Devi right into his welcoming arms, just sending those darts, gets the position, knows that somebody's going to be wrapping back Gen to try to get away from them. Ends up coming away with that kill. Massive from him.
Tech
so,
pause.
Starting from the side of PaperX, but despite everything being boom, 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 fast hits on all 4 of these rounds thus far, we're going to have to grind to a little bit of a halt here as we wait for this tech pause to get cleared up, which it should be pretty quick.
Yeah, no doubt. Hopefully we can get this going very quickly. And yeah, I mean, here, so far, kind of what I expected from Paper Rex. I mean, aggression. A hit, you know, after A hit for the most part, and really just kind of pushing the limits of how EG can react quickly enough with kind of some of their patented combos. And so far, those haven't been much of a factor. It's had to be kind of hero plays individually for EG to really get them over the line in a lot of these rounds. Meanwhile, Paper Rex, they just do what they do. I mean, this is, you know, quintessential Paper Rex in some ways. Of course, it always looks a little bit different. You know, earlier in the tournament, I likened it to a jazz band because it's improv. It's always kind of a little bit different every time you see them.
Now, this has definitely been a very different look with the pace that they've been setting here, but I mean, that's the thing, this conditioning, keep hitting them fast, and then suddenly when you pull out a slow round, that can catch them off guard. So I'll have to see how they do fare here. It seems like Calm just looking to work through whatever issues he's having on stage there with his gear, and then we can get underway once again. Any more information, of course, we'll pass it on. But already, I mean, it has been breakneck pace, and this is what we wanted. You know, I wasn't sure, is Potter just saying this, that they're just going to turn their brains off, take these fights and whatnot for the sake of saying it, or are we actually going to get that down and dirty action? So far, it's been delivering on it. So I can't wait to get back into this one. I mean, for the forum, you guys, have you been having fun so far? It's not been much action yet, but I hope you've been enjoying what we have seen. That's a good sign. That's what we like to
Gonna be
hear.
getting into it here more. So again, chat, I'm gonna have to be leaving here in a couple minutes. I'm gonna leave the stream going.
Home wondering what's going on.
I just need to go pick up Little Man
with the game itself
from the bus stop.
So you'll see it line up as the spike sticking down.
All right.
I dare you to cast around.
What up, King? How you doing, buddy?
Trying to figure
Oh man, King down here to hold down chat for me as well.
That's a new genre of casting I don't think I am prepared for. So unfortunately, I think we'll have to put that one to the side, and
My guy.
we can reassess that later on once the light wrist technology has gotten a little bit more advanced.
We get some holograms projecting off of them. That would be pretty sick. All right, well, I think we're getting pretty close, I believe. I can see.
The countdown is coming through. Looks like we are ready to
All right, let's go.
Are you guys ready to get back into the action?
How's your Thursday going, King?
Yeah.
Well, then that's exactly what we shall do. 8 seconds till the barriers drop, and you can see not much here in the kit for the side of EG. A lockdown available. Another Sheriff going to be picked up here from Boostio.
Well, now they're going to try to contest this A main push that Paper X has been doing over and over. They're going to use a one-way to sneak Boostio over in the corner. One of the things, or excuse me, Jogamo, one of the really impressive things I think about Jogamo on this map is he's really tricky with his TPs sometimes. He fakes them, he doesn't, and he kind of gets into your head. Watching their previous match, he's doing a great job with that, but Poison Cloud going to back him up just a little bit. Let's see if Paper X commits.
It's a triple stack on this side for the first time pretty much. It's okay, spotting one, Demon one, just tucking away back into hell. Nade to try to flush him out, gets a good chunk of damage across, puts him down to half as the Cope comes up, the Leer over top of it. Fragment to try to slow the advance, something already in here for full flash committing. Just to catch him, but still going to be Divide coming away with the kill as Demon 1 gets taken out. Now Ethan Jogamo, all following the plan, going to be coming through. Calm with that frenzy in hand, able to find one. Boostio trying to get the timing to get the
PRX is just running through them right now.
Flawless, but it is going to be
It's another round that they keep a lot of rifles in hands.
Yeah,
One
I mean,
person
everybody
falls.
just kind of doing their jobs. It's pretty good utility usage here from EG, but there's so many smokes and so much protection here. Again, that
Crazy,
goal
man.
right outside of the A main door on the way to the site is giving Paper X a lot of ability to kind of work in and out of it, to check angles, to check spots a little bit safer. And I really like the way that they've come in with this plan to attack the A site. And it's really giving EG some fits. Yeah, you could see that something got pretty flashed up, but nobody was really able to track him down. Jing immediately blast packing up and having to cover that. So, and it's just the same thing here. Again, it's just A over and over.
Oh,
Tom got the spot.
There's a tag. Can he get him? Yes, he does. He lines it up for the double kill. Calm shuts down the pace. Door going to be shut. All three members from Paper X now corralled, stuck within the site. They're looking for Jogamo, but he says, no, I have found you. Takes out two. Calm gets a third. And whatever play here from the side of EG to finally get themselves a second round win. Calm, again, continuing to deliver with these Sova ults.
Almost the exact same thing that we saw against EDG. Almost the exact same play. And this is a point of concern sometimes for Paper X, where sometimes their utility tracking is good, sometimes it's not. And you know, every once in a while, Paper X's protocols break down where they don't clear a recon dart that they need to, or they don't quite think about the situation as well as they need to. So And this is going to be one of those moments, you know, Calm here just dialing up the exact same play, and this time he finds 2 even out of it.
I mean, they continue to just look to hit this A site. Wall up again. Devi 1 off from having those Seekers online. Be the one to take the orb. Just a tap on it. Something though. Ready for the shutdown. Just walking forward. Jogamo looks to punish. He goes for the dismiss. Takes his way back out to safety. Nade into the back. As the catch comes in, Ethan going to be slowed up. Now Demon 1 going to be taken out, but is able to find that kill. Punish onto something. Still entry power here. Available from Jing as Mindfreak tries to creep his way into tree, and somehow he takes out Boostio, who's holding the angle. Jing blast backing forward, has covering fire from Devi. They take out Ethan. Now it is just Calm standing. A little bit of a slower approach here, but still explosive when they go for the side exec. They get themselves in. Calm just going to be grabbing that orb, the only consolation that he can find here in this round, as he is just going to have to let this spike detonate and hold on to that gun. Maybe some exits that he can find as he swings around over towards his attacker spawn, but we'll have to just wait and see.
All right, chat. Actually, I'm going to wait for this round
unfortunate
end.
timing here for Jogamo. Not only does he die, but he gives the kill over to something, who's then able to dismiss, get information.
It's first
on
week,
what's
so they
going
said to
around
expect
on the front corners, right around the angles.
unloads and stuff to take a little longer. Things to take a little longer.
Okay.
Making sure who's, you know, what's not parents and all that. They're still younger kids.
For the rest of the team's economy, I think he could have actually maybe tried to go for some kind of play, but just only finding one player is certainly not enough to try to get himself back over to get that defuse across. So it will just detonate. Paper X.
Looks like PRX off to a good start here.
Back over towards
But I
the
do believe
site. He does not. He
EG's a
stays
little bit better on defense on Ascent. So we'll have to see how things go. I'll be right back.
Going back to
King's
what I'm
holding
talking about,
down in
it's the way
chat
that
for
they're
you, boy.
staggering their utility here. They dismiss in, they get some info. It's the Cove right on the other side, again, to kind of use as that beachhead to get into the A site, the Lear to clear the front part of the site. Yeah, Dice is safe for a while for Ethan, but by that point, the rest of his team is cut down, and there's nothing he can do. He's just stuck there. So right now, Paper X is just on one, and you know, you think back to the last time that Paper X played this match, their attacker side didn't go so great. It was a 4-8.
Sure.
It was their defender side where they put, you know, huge numbers up, especially something coming online on that Reyna. And he's already online. You know, the desk was talking about that sometimes he does get off to slow starts. We saw this in the VCT Pacific Grand Finals. We saw it earlier in this event. But now he seems to be very comfortable. This is one of the hottest starts we've seen from him on a big stage.
Yeah. And I think that one of the biggest things to kind of go back over was something that Sideshow was talking about on the desk is this is a completely different beast, being in this arena in front of a crowd like this, especially when you're EG, and this is widely the home crowd. That adds so much more pressure to you. It seems like Paper X right now, they're vibing with it. EG, they're trying to get into the groove, and that's why we see this timeout here from Potter to try to get in there, break that tenseness that they're experiencing at the moment here. Get rid of some of that hesitation and make them feel a bit more comfortable. We'll see if it works as we get ready to go into this next buy round.
I'd like to see potentially some mollies at the entrances to either A or B. Try to get a better read or a little bit faster on which direction Paper X is pushing. Use either the nano swarms or the fragment from Ethan to try to gum up the works, buy a little bit of time, buy some time for these rotations, buy time for particularly like Calm to get into place and really kind of try to disrupt these retakes. That's the one time we've seen.
Is the tile scrunch?
Yeah, it looks like it could be.
Paranoia across. Demon 1's just going to be moving forward through mid, ready to swing onto the corner. Already one going to be taken down, but Jing answering back, finds himself 2 kills, so it's just going to be a 2-for-2 exchange as Ethan also gets himself on the board. Secret pushing forward. Boostio revealed the lockdown. Now going to be committed here into the fray. The Lear forward, something he desperately wants to try to clear this one off, and now Demon 1 going to be taken down on short. Now they'll just make their exit. Pay respect here to this lockdown, backing away for now. A site not going to be attacked, but this does leave B completely open.
Yeah, and I like the proactive play here at the beginning of the round from EG, even though it doesn't go quite their way. I mean, Jing is just really feeling it along with all of Paper X, but still able to slow down this momentum, at least temporarily, give enough time for Boostio to get that lockdown in, but now he's the only one left here on A site, and no utility to speak of.
The dry swing in, something getting a bit of damage. Boostio going to be good for 1, finds a headshot. The dog chasing forward, however, does get that stun, but they don't have any gap close to try to get on top of him. Something again going to be spotted. They know that the Devi is also rotating up. Calm still trying to make his way over, but something eventually manages to win out the fight, bringing this now into a 2v1. A little bit of healing available at the back end of this plant here. Dart goes down. Something eliminated. Calm gets it into a 1v1. Devi makes his presence known, spraying up through hell into heaven, trying to take him out. The plant now going to be committed to. Calm swinging around in through tree. Does he get the timing? Flash in, it goes in behind, and he's got the headshot. As Calm will get the 1v2 clutch to go ahead and put up a third round victory here for the side of EG.
I mean, it's just a day that ends in Y with Com's utility being on point. Just absolutely brilliant shock darts again. He is so reliable, so consistent, and such a threat at the end of these rounds. It's perfectly placed. Divide, nothing he can really do about it. They opted to hide from the recon dart instead of trying to clear it. And that gives him the space that he needs. And then Divide just misjudging the timing on his guiding light. Just gets it a little bit too far ahead. And Com, two big rounds here for EG that he has won to keep them in this match so far.
And with Ethan getting that first kill, having that death in that round, he's got a crucial tool online, which is that null command, something that can very easily shut down some of these attacks from the side of PRX, but that's going to be Forsaken shutting down an attack from the side of Demon 1. It's Chugamo, where are you going, son? Goes back into the spawn, they're watching for it. They take him out, Com again, going to be the one standing his ground, finds Mind Freak. Is Boostio hearing the footsteps? Can he get the time before something makes it around the corner? He does, nails the headshot, brings us once again back into a winnable position, because Com is still standing.
This round is all over the place. Everybody's just trying to get into the deep back lines of Paper Rex. I love the attempt.
Cove up on the cross. Door gonna be tapped here. Spike now for the plant, but the door's not shut yet. Com right, flush up against the wall. Takes out Forsaken, now suddenly into the 2v2, and the Hunter's Fury also online. If he gets a ping off this recon, could very well open up with it. He's just gonna send it anyway. Gets a tag on the Divide. Boostio finding Jing. It's all on Divide to try to stand his ground. He finds one. The 1v1, the tap. He knows that he's gonna be swinging forward, but Com jiggles the corner very wisely. Suspecting that it was gonna be watched, that it was gonna be faked. Shock dart to try to clear close. The other one bouncing up onto the side itself, and Com just backs away. Divide sending the flash, won't get any kind of confirmation. It's still 7 seconds until he has that next guiding light available. The swing around now into heaven. Divide, does he read this? He knows that Com is out of utility. Sends another one. Nothing found. Plant now coming through. He's looking to stick to it, but he's still completely unsure which direction it's gonna be. And it's Com once again. A triple kill, and now just one round separating the two. Com does not want to let this game get away from them.
This is an unbelievable performance so far from Com. He is just reading these situations so perfectly, dodging these guiding lights, maneuvering around the angles that Divide wants to take just perfectly, and then comes through and catches him. Divide has no idea that he went up to heaven, and Boostio is fired up and just letting him know it across the other side. And as great as this started for Paper Rex, Com has something to say about this match, and he is not going to go down quietly.
12-5-1. A beastly performance from him so far. After that, seems like Paper Rex finally looking to change up the playbook just a little bit, as something's going to be rushing forward with a judge in hand. Sunexec getting ready to start here on the B side, the Reckoning, to try to catch Com here at backside, sends out that shock dart, good damage cross, Divide down to 34, Boostio guns him out. Forsaken will also fall. A two-piece for him, the swing onto the corner, Com gets the transfer, holds it down to find Mind Freak, and now suddenly EG on for that Prime Gaming Flawless. It's just something left tucked into a corner, and he will be found. It's Com again with a triple kill. The Prime Gaming Flawless comes to fruition as we get tied up at 5-5.
Yeah, again, just brilliant work here by Com, staying alive to set up Boostio to knock a couple down. Boostio's gonna find the angle, and oh, what a transfer there as well. Absolutely nasty stuff, and then Com had a brilliant one of his own. Paper Rex, that's, I think, a big reason why you don't see them attacking this B site too much. The combo of Com and Boostio is absolutely fearsome.
That was intentional, right? Combo.
It was.
Okay.
Thank you for picking up.
I'll give you a little golf clap on that one. But now
I did it.
Timeout going to be forced out of Paper Rex. Alex, not happy with what he has been seeing across these final few rounds, because, yeah, I mean, Com has just been finding far too much value for his taste.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think as Paper Rex, now might be a time to start working the middle of the map. You've been working the flanks a lot. You've been trying to use these really execute-heavy hits, and now might be kind of one of those bench hits, one of those classic, toxic screen, down through benches and short, try to push through, use those cascades to push towards spawn, and who knows? I mean, like their pistol round, the last time they played this map against Foot, they just ran to the pistol, to the defender spawn, and kind of just threw Foot completely off guard. But I'm pretty curious to see exactly how Paper X wants it out of this up, because the money is a little bit funky as well. But you've got a lot of alts. You've got the Showstopper, you've got the Viper's Pit, you've got the Seekers. So a lot to play with here to kind of make this round go.
I mean, it's been a complete economic shift here. Our Evil Geniuses, they were the ones really struggling, but these rounds they've been able to get calm, clutching up, has allowed for a couple of the players to actually build up a bank, and it's just been whittled away at from the side of Paper X, because even when they were winning rounds, it was often quite bloody. But there you go, you can hear that Showstopper being drawn out. Jogamo tucked into the corner, tries to get in front with a shorty, is going to be good for one, but now the rocket comes across and Jogamo will fall. It's going to be a 2 for 1, but now even up as Calm swings on the corner, finds Jing into a 3v3. The pit available, doesn't get committed here. Looks like it will, but Dart connects onto him, so Mind Freak needs to be careful in this position. Recon as well, at the ready, waiting for the timing. Gets sent, something swings out, takes the quick dismiss over towards short. Spike gets planted, but now the lockdown is in. They either try to push forward, clear this out, or they have to respect it. Either way, it's gonna be a bloody battle for it as Ethan looks to hold the line, but it can't quite steady the aim for the second. Something with a third. We'll get them across the line here in this round. Now 6 locked in as we get ready to go into the last round of the half.
And I love the confidence Jing has here to push tree. It gives him 2 options. He can either clear the player that's at short A, or he can clear Jogamo, which is what he ends up doing. Jogamo's been holding that right-hand corner right outside of the A main door quite often. And even with that cove there, even though Jogamo steps in there, uses that shorty to get a kill, the Rocket's still gonna be good to find the angle into there. They can ping him out and get the job done and open up the site a little bit for themselves. And then, of course, a great reaction from Paper X. Just locked down in play. And now the op for Demon 1. Oh, they spotted Jing behind that wall.
Last round of the half, and he's finally bringing this operator into play. Haven't seen it at all from him. Now the drone going to be chasing forward as well. There's a little bit of covering fire and a nice bite coming across as Devi is going to be setting that guiding light. Gets a full flash with a timing shot from Demon 1. He still catches Forsaken. And that is such a crucial pick. So much of the obfuscation now taken away from the side of Paper X.
Just brilliant from Demon 1. The timing, pixel perfect there. Even though he gets caught by that flash, he has the confidence to stand in. Unbelievable.
A very unreal shot for him, giving them a very good chance of being able to end this half at 6-6.
It's messy, a lot of counter flashes. Oh!
Calm trying to get the timing around, but Jing finding one and somehow steadies the spray to be able to take out Ethan as well. Devi traded out, but now Boostio falling. Demon 1 at 32 HP and Jogamo left standing to try to drag this round back into their favor. They've done it before. Low HP bars here onto Jing. Obviously with Devi gone, they don't have that healing available. Door just gonna be broken down. TP back, Jogamo going for a bit of a fake. Wants to go ahead, push the issue once again, but now his comrade's been taken out. Mind Freak finds the kill on the Jogamo. And that is gonna be 7-5 at the half. Paper X out in front.
And this is another one of these rounds that kind of got Paper X going in the beginning where they just start pushing deep into EG space. And it's gonna be Jing this time. He's so fast, so furious, even though this is just an absolutely brilliant shot from Demon 1. You know, Jing's an absolute menace. And look at this, he blast packs into this because he isn't quite expecting Ethan to be there. Doesn't care. He's got the best recoveries from blast packs in the game, period. It is Jing, he is him, he is raised. Unbelievable.
He absolutely is, but guys, we're gonna go ahead and hand this over to GB and the desk for the half.
Appreciate that, fellas. What a way to start off our time here at the Kia Forum. What do you guys think about that one? That was actually pretty solid, right? Unreal stuff. 7-5, Paper X is up, but you know, this definitely illustrates this first half, the styles, the contrasting styles that we're seeing between these two teams.
Yeah, for Paper X, they're a team defined by having like a little idea, a util combo they can use, and then mid-rounding off of that. In this pistol round, it's this split idea they have, where they're throwing out the cove to scale through main, and they're double satcheling up to flank around, but then they go from that, and this is where the Jazz component comes in, where they're like, okay, we have an advantage, we've gotten a couple players down, and they just decide to do a full pinch into the spawn side.
I mean, look at where Jing gets 2 of those kills. He's in there, yeah, he's all the way in there, and you're not expecting that level of aggression, or at least normally you aren't, but that's the Paper X flavor.
Yeah, I agree. I also think that the Cove caused major problems for EG at the start. They weren't getting good value out of their Sova or Flash utility, and they ended up having to take a step backwards and just give those areas to Paper X.
And on the other hand, for EG, the rounds they were winning were around these preset plays that they're so good at. Their first round was with Calm, with the ult ultimate coming in to save that one with these util combos. And it seems like so much of this half for EG has been defined by heroics, and Calm has continued to be the guy who's delivering that.
I mean, he's a cold criminal, man. I think we were at one point, they had won 4 rounds. 3 of them had been clutches by him.
Yeah.
Right? He continued to find himself in these outrageous situations, but Calm is having an unreal map right now.
At the same time, Demon One wasn't able to find those opportunities, particularly to pick apart where PaperX were playing, because they were playing in such a big group together. And there are no nerves showing there whatsoever. He's immediately coming out entrying.
Oh yeah, both teams are definitely bringing it here. We'll see how this all falls apart as we go into our next half.
Well, thank you very much, guys, for breaking down that first half of the action. In front now, PaperX, 7-5, but very hard fought to get them to that point. EG still fighting tooth and nail to keep themselves in this map.
Yeah, this has been, especially on the back of Calm and Boostio, really impressive stuff from EG. With all this pressure that they're facing, to be able to punch back against PaperX. Now over to their attacker side. Last time, they went for a B hit. It was a really fast kind of combo execute. And a flash over is going to confirm PaperX kind of playing back. They're expecting these, again, these combos from EG are really, really impressive. The last time they did like an owl drone to clear space, a flash over the top to set up Demon One to dive deep into B, and you can see it's a complete dump and PaperX is avoiding it.
Oh, but the paint shell's out from Jing, somehow finding Ethan. Up on top of Jen is Demon One, but he's trying to clear the Leer, and something takes advantage of it. Trade backs coming through as the buy, as well as Mind Freak, both going to be taken down. But the HP bars right now here on the side of EG, not looking healthy. And everything just gets ground to a halt. Turret confirming one, just spawning something there for a brief little moment. But for the side of PaperX, they can leave that standing. Don't have to worry about it. Now I can see just backing away.
They know. They've read it.
All the way back to the spawn. Looks like they want to play this one out as slowly as humanly possible, just in case it's going to be that mid pinch as well. Ball comes up from Forsaken, but all 3 members from the side of PaperX still going to be staying corralled over towards A widely. So
30 seconds
this is looking like it's going to end up coming down to a 3v3 retake, and with entrenched positions, EG could certainly win this out.
Yeah, and now that high tide going to be on a bit of a cooldown. See if it comes back.
Hey,
in time.
EDG's
Calm's
keeping
gonna
this
grab
thing
the
easy,
orb.
though.
You can see them shifting over. Otherwise, not much util, just a cove for Forsaken. Calm, pushing angles.
Yo, King, I ain't gonna lie, big dog.
He's going to be able to get them both.
I am very much feeling that 3:15 wake up this morning.
Triple kill here for Calm.
But it's all good.
Everything to do, but no dismisses.
The games this morning
no
we're
Leers,
pretty
no
solid.
Devours left to try to make it happen, so it's 68 HP.
I'm excited
Trying to win up
for
this round. Knows that one's around the backside, but Calm is playing
the Valorant
quite
games
far
here.
out.
Looks like
The shot
EG's
card,
keeping it at least
not even
entertaining.
B main at the moment.
Hopefully by only being down 2 rounds at half, they should be able to close things out on defense here.
Towards this spike, the turret as well set up to play contact.
But yeah, man, I've been good, bro.
The call is going to be maybe just stay tough.
It's
get some exit frags,
weird with Little Man being back in school, admittedly.
Just go down to the spike if
just because
possible.
I've gotten so used to
Looks like EG still also very happy
the
to
last couple of
sacrifice
days.
themselves. They will do just that. Do not want to give him the chance at building
Having,
up that ult. Pistol round goes the way of EG. Now, once again, 1 round away from tying us up.
Yeah, and it's a
last
good
couple
early
months, I should
read
say,
here
you
from
know,
PaperX,
having Little Man at home.
expecting this util dump onto the A site. When you can see that they're using Fragment, the Nano Swarm, the Owl Drone, the Flashes to clear space for Demon One to try to rush in, but, you know, Jing able to find that Fragment kill onto Ethan early, kind of slow things down, but EG with a good rotation, and it looked like maybe PaperX was going to read it there for a moment, but they kind of double down back towards the A site, and they get caught in rotation by yet another beautiful lurk from Calm. This guy has been so brilliant on those moments. A little bit of spray here, and Ethan is going to find Forsaken.
A little bit of spray. One little kill coming across here. Forsaken taking out Jing, getting dinged up just a bit.
Cover going out.
He's trying desperately to get that ult orb online. Wants to be able to have that showstopper. Something playing up close. Spots one. Can't quite line him up, though.
Almost
Shot
caught
goes into
the
Geronimo's
gun barrel
shoulder.
coming around the corner.
He stands tall. 3 players left.
I have the spike.
Dart up towards heaven. The grab on the orb. Calm saying, hey, you know what? If I grab this, if I get that plant, I'm just going to be 1 away. Once they have that Hunter's Fury, as we've seen how impactful they can be. Juggernaut down to 7, but covering fire from Boostio comes up with yet another kill. That's all on Mind Freak. He'll come away with 1, denying the flawless, but Calm. Well,
Plus, we had a good start to our day. Our
with this spike plant, he will have
TLDR for top 4.
what is that?
Or
4
for,
or
I should
5
say,
util
playoffs to
kills
get
for
to
Calm
top 4.
So far. I mean, you got
So
2 on
basically
100s
covering
here. I know
last
he's got at
weekend's
least 2 shot
Valorant
cards
action.
that I can think of.
Yeah.
He's been absolutely
Got
just
like
brilliant.
almost 1.5
20 and 7 right now.
in views.
Just having an incredible map. Absolutely.
Best video in
Stunning and stellar
a bit,
performance all
so that's
throughout
nice.
this event for Calm. He has just been
Really enjoying the
he does
TLDR
so
series.
much for this team. Whether it just be the util usage, that's probably one of the flashier points of it, but he's so good at lurking. He's so good at hitting the flanks as well. You know, when you see him on Fracture in particular, he does a great job with it. Jing going to be checking in on Boostio's little jiggle peek there. Immediately, knife comes out to check. Are there any other reinforcements there for Jing? He's just alone right now. Something has tucked himself into one.
Bullman's got his
Jogamo
first T-ball
somewhat
practice
keen
today.
to it. They're going to smoke Jing off and try to go for a push through tree.
Recon does not connect. Hunter's Fury going to be opened up. Tries to check into Wine. Something pushes for the second shot. However, will find him. Takes him down.
Nice.
Timing swing from Jing.
Nice.
On top of Ethan, the Demon 1 finds the kills. 2-for-1 trade up here from the side of Paper Rex as Boostio very deep lurk. Rotating all the way around through spawn. Forsaken seemingly reading this, however, checks for it, finds him, gets the punish. Now the push up into the smoke. Jing on for 3, jumps pouncing out of the smoke. Calm will greet him with a bulldog. They cannot find that elimination. Calm will put another one up for them, but Paper Rex now 8-7, once again reestablishing a lead.
Just one of those Jing moments right there where he's just going to blast pack through smokes. I was actually talking to Loud's coach Fraud, and he was saying that was something that gave them some problems, was Jing just kind of blast packing at these unexpected times. And Jing is happy to die. He's happy to build up those ult or charges or get the kill, you know, one way or another. If he dies or if he doesn't, he's still going to get that ult orb. And that's a key part of Jing's game is fearlessness. He wants to be aggressive. He wants to be the guy kind of building that momentum with his ult utility for Paper Rex.
Right, out to try to check in towards mid. Calm already going to be tucked up. Right into the corner. Something playing on bench. Drone up over the top. Spots him. That's going to be the reveal. That is a spammable position. So Cove now coming through. Forsaken just trying to make this unassailable. Trying to keep something protected. Backs away right as the shock dart comes
Got a
through.
little man
Avoids
dinner
that
in
damage.
the
And this is that
microwave.
Reyna Harbor
Since he's
combo.
got
That's so
practice.
good, but Boostio, oh, nice shot.
Finds Forsaken pushing out of market. Takes him down. Close angle, showstopper into the corner. Jing's going to be able to find that elimination, but down to 11. And with Devi on the opposite side of the map, won't be able to receive any healing, at least not so soon. 0 point across from Ethan, maybe trying to still sell that this could end up being a B hit. And it seems to be working because you see the drift across. Something as well as Devi making their way back through the defending spawn, at least can offer up that healing so that he can continue to try to hold here at B. In the meantime, the sight hit getting ready to come through on the side of A, and that healing doesn't do much good. Ethan still swinging the corner, manages to find Jing. Man advantage down here from the side of EG as the plank gets ready to come through, and Demon 1. EDS in, finds 1. Something receiving the overhealing, the double swing, the double face. It looked like they were going to line up for a brief little moment, but they still come away with that kill, and now it's all on Devi.
The way that EG worked the map in this round, so brilliant. Completely befuddled Paper Rex. Little does Devi know. The other side of that door. Oh, he's going to get caught by the knife.
Tagged.
Yeah.
And with that, says any chance that Heroics might just have to be abandoned. He will rotate away. EG, they're going to be taking this round. They're going to be tying us up now at 8-8 once again.
And it's the util from Ethan that sells the fake, so he can get over to the other side. You know, Mind Freak even just kind of trying to figure out exactly if he should stay planted or shift back over towards B. Because of that heavy investment, you know, everything that Ethan had, the flashes, the fragment, the knife, invested to really sell that. And not only does he sell it, he gets a kill on a Jing. So that is a ton of value found for Ethan in that round. It has been a bit of a shaky one for him in terms of the scoreboard, but that round right there, he wins that for EG. And that is something that won't show up in the stat board.
Yeah, we haven't seen him necessarily popping off in some of the ways that we have seen from Ethan, but still comes down here the most assists on his team at the moment, the most assists in the lobby, so that util placement has still been quite strong for him.
Did they play bind in Masters?
Round goes in, but now 8-8. There's
I don't
dropping
remember.
once again.
We talked about it earlier.
Flash out, looking for the push forward, just clear out on the turret.
They did not play bind.
And everybody just going to be backing away.
Yeah, just kind of Paper Rex seeing if they can maybe catch EG getting a little bit aggressive towards B main, but EG wise.
They played Ascent and Pearl.
Around the corner, and High Tide going to be used here. Forsaken loves to play off his own utility as a Harbor. He plays very differently than a lot of Harbors because of that duelist nature inside of him. He's very happy Oh, he didn't see it.
Reading it, but he should have heard the drop down, and now, yep, certainly knows. Jogamo able to get away with his life. Doesn't take any damage either. Things coming down. Wall goes up to try to cut off the B main again. Forsaken just checking on the corner, seeing if anyone's going to come pushing forward. Drone over the top, gets the tag. Jing revealed back at market. Something looks to try to hold that mid access, stop them from getting over towards benches. As we can see, 5 members now stacked up here from the side of EG. B is going to be where this spike ends up going. Wall
Found a new game I should try out. It's fun and released on PC.
We're getting slowed and there's no one to try to swing off this.
Just released on PC, but it's been out on mobile, huh? What game's that?
Smoke out on the mid, and actually this could end up being an A pivot. The push comes in, Bustio just inching forward, still trying to sell this as being a B hit. And now it is going to be. They actually pivot back. There's running out of time, however, 17 seconds remaining. The double stack, a little bit of a high-low setup. Bustio, the burst, the ball, swing onto the corner. Forsaken's going to be taken out. Now Divide gone. 10 seconds remaining. They can get themselves into the site. They can get this plant down. And something is going to be caught on the rotation.
Damn.
Looking forward, finds the kill. Stinger in hand. Mindfreak able to find one. Jing takes out Demon 1. Continues to play forward here into the site. Ethan falling low, sprays him down through the box, and now it's just calm once again. This 1v2 situation.
He's just sticking that.
Being held.
Oh, bro.
The defuse has already come through. He'll take out Jing. He's looking for Mindfreak. Can he get him? The answer is going to be yes. But it's not the round win.
I made it expensive.
Move up by 1.
Unbelievable the state of affairs here. Jing just pushing space, and Calm kind of caught in an awkward spot between Mindfreak and the spike. I mean, he just can't do anything. He can't use those shock darts because Mindfreak will punish it. So he has to try to bait Mindfreak out, and Mindfreak with some great discipline there to not give up that space, to not give up that kill. And as great as Calm has been in these clutches, this time around, Paper Rex is going to get the better of him, and another hit here, a big util combo. Yeah, they're going for it.
That's 4 players. Demon 1 forced to try to go ahead and exit. Bustio flushed out the paint shells right over top of his head. Now Mindfreak with a pinch in over towards short. Finds that kill. Snake bite down to try to slow up the remaining players. They are able to get themselves successfully into the A site. But now they're going to be completely surrounded. A 5v3. This would be a monstrous defense of the spike here from the side of EG if they could pull it off. But that is a fantastic start. Talking about looking call with utility and something strikes him down.
Well, that's not when you want to swing.
No command rolling.
Now you got the flank.
Unfortunate.
Too.
The flash in, Divide able to find Calm. Ethan all on his lonesome will get taken out. Paper Rex will get themselves up to double digits. 10 rounds now locked in.
Yeah, and this is just a Paper Rex special here, just comboing their utility to clear the front of the site and then trap a player right behind that market. Unbelievable stuff. Just that aggression from Paper Rex. You know, this is something that, you know, we heard Potter talk about was they were going to be expecting. They were going to try to fight back against the W Key Gaming, but I don't know how much you can W key against these guys, because once, you know, every key on their keyboard is actually W. Like, there is no other key on this keyboard for this team sometimes. And once they get rolling on it, it is a very difficult object to stop. Mindfreak's got the pit. Let's see if he's going to pop it here on A main. Well, with that toxic screen there, looks like he's more just looking to play kind of space there. Knife to check. Big push through mid here for Paper Rex. But it's been noted.
Oh, spotting the head. Spot each other. Again, TP from Jogmal, this time up into the site. Hunter's Fury across, even one of the knives out. Will find Jing for the first kill. Hunter's Fury still hunting, still looking for something, but this time won't be able to get the tag. Straight back, Mindfreak. Run across, but manages to find Ethan. And Demon 1's 10 to the fragment!
Oh no,
for the first time, it seems like it disjointed this here.
Damn.
The side of the util usage from EG gets caught
Calm
up.
can't find anyone.
PRX
about to win this round too. Be on 11.
Jogamo and Calm still standing. Jogamo relatively healthy as the shot
EG can't buy for 11, can they?
Jogamo now brings this into a somewhat winnable position if Calm can try to clutch it out. The recon dart available. They spot him. They know he's on the cross. Rotates over, but the spike is stranded. There's just nothing more that he could do. The plant was never able to come in.
He's still got some time. I mean, he could try to really make a long wrap here. So he can catch Paper Rex off guard, because this crossfire that they've set up is going to, if he goes up into heaven, this is going to open him up for an opportunity. He's still got that
no
recon
way.
dart too.
They're not looking for this. They are not expecting this.
Shut the.
Can he do it once again?
There's no way.
It's going to be the freebie, but he's going to play this out patiently. He wants to spot them both.
The trigger discipline. No way!
Calm never backs down, never surrenders, and continues to deliver.
Wow. That's insane.
He's just brilliant today. Absolutely brilliant. Calm reads the situation perfectly, isolates, identifies, and knocks him down. Just
realized I missed that.
unbelievable
My
what he's
bad.
doing here for EG today.
One of the wildest Red Bull clutches.
I know I
I've
played
seen
a
this
Marvel
tournament,
game
and
for
maybe-
a buddy of
maybe it
mine's
won't be
campaign. I
surpassed.
don't think it was Marvel
What
Snap.
A patient play. Sets it up, gets the transfer, gets the pop up. The crowd
Damn.
goes wild.
That's
and
insane.
Calm absolutely deserves all of it. Once again, a single round separating.
And now it's kind of a funky buy for both teams. You can see a Judge for something, Stinger, Guardian for Ethan and Boostio, respectively. But now that lockdown in play, still some counter utility, showstopper reckoning for Paper Rex to try to push that lockdown space potentially. No, Jing usually just likes to look for those picks with this, but let's see if he's going to be ready for Ethan. Saw the elbow.
The Jiggle Peaks get interrupted. Calm standing by, ready to send the drone. So now going to be backing away from this position. Giacomo smoking things.
I'll have to look at it.
Comes leaping around the corner, and Boostio's able to stabilize, gets that headshot through, and now Calm finds Jing. Two-man advantage. 45 seconds left to go. Everybody ready to be stacked up here over the B site. Forsaken all on his lonesome. Doesn't have that reckoning to try to slow things up. See Divine looking to go ahead, rotate over, and try and reinforce this position. That lockdown could also come into play. There it is. Forsaken not committing. Is he just going to try to swing around the side of the poison orb? He does, finds one, but that's as good as it's going to get. Calm stops him from doing any more damage.
Oh, Demon 1.
Divine now in the back. Boostio somehow getting away from that one.
I might have to look at it.
Defy is the one who receives the recon dart, so he cannot get away from it. He cannot clear it. Demon
My
1's
only
quick on the
worry
punch.
is
Mind Freak now. Just having
like
to
the
save
pace
pit
of card
drop.
games on PC.
Absolutely cashless.
Like even thinking back to like
economy right now for
MTG, and I'm a
Paper
huge
Rex is
MTG fan,
completely shattered.
but
EG will tie
worth
things
taking
up
a look
10 to
at
10.
for
They
sure.
might just be able to steal this away after that Red Bull clutch. They are the ones in the driver's seat.
And this is such a huge pivot round for EG because of the economy, because of what you're talking about. Both teams were on weird buys, which means they're dipping deep into their pockets to try to make these buys go. And it's going to be Paper Rex next round scrambling, probably grabbing Sheriffs, something cheap. You know, and we still haven't seen that op be able to find its way into something's hands on this Reyna because it's been so back and forth, because neither team can really build a large enough bank account to invest in it.
Ooh.
It's going to be 10-10. We are all tied up at EG.
Got us a game. Also,
As amazing as Paper Rex has been
Put
at
it in
times, Calm
Discord.
and EG have been even better. And certainly it is time for a Paper Rex timeout. 28 kills right now for Calm, Achilleos.
28, 9, and 6. The guy has just
Unreal.
been absolutely popping off. Ready to drop 30. And we're still at least 3 rounds away from the end of this map, if not more, given the way that things have gone. Who knows, this could just very well end up going to overtime, but this is a round. These are 2 rounds.
all right,
now.
with the timeout, I'm
Paper
gonna go
Rex
get
very
little
much
man
need
his
to try and recover
food
from
out
it.
of the
That's why we
microwave.
see Alex pumping the brakes. I'm sure he's got some words for them, saying, okay, maybe a little too much WK.
No, no such thing. How dare you? I think they just need to be a little bit careful at the beginning of these rounds. Make sure you're not kind of giving over free picks like Jing early. You know, that's the showstopper gone. That's a huge piece of that round. That's kind of caught out where Jing's just trying to peek an angle, and it's read nicely by EG. So if you're going to WK, I want to see the full force of the WK gaming. I want to see a collective effort. Otherwise, just, you know, play a little bit safe, kind of make sure you're trying to keep track of EG's movements. I mean, one thing EG does have in this compositional difference between these two is the information advantage, you know, with that Sova there. So that gives them the ability to read and work the map a little bit. Yeah, Paper Rex, you know, with that harbor has arguably a better way to kind of cut the map into their own sort of private property. But beyond that, EG can work the map a little bit more, and we're seeing a lot of that. We're seeing them kind of go back and forth, keeping Paper Rex off balance with these rotations, and often Paper Rex guesses wrong because they can't get that information.
I mean, look at this read here on the expected aggression out of B. You have the turret set up to play contact. Ethan just waiting to see if it comes through so he can send that flash. This time looks like it may not be found, but Forsaken still thinking about creeping forward.
And now it's
very well get punished for this.
Look at this mind freeing tucked into Wine here, trying to play off of contact for Jing.
That drone could go deep enough, so Paint Shell sent out there to try to make him cancel. Jing continues to swing forward. Jogamo takes him down. Seems like they're very suspicious of this, so the dart's gonna be used. Gets the reveal. Now Mind Freak in a bit of a rough position. How do you get him out of here? How do you bail him out? Well, it's gonna be a double face out into main to try to keep him protected, but he's actually standing his ground. Swing onto the corner. Calm gonna be taken out. Mind Freak finding a kill, and that can be a weapon recovered here.
That's a huge win for Paper Rex. If Forsaken could find one with that Sheriff, and he almost does, Paper Rex might be able to turn this round on its head.
Lucio down to 38. The
All right, time to see if they can figure something out.
Just to try to slow up this advance, allow for the rotations to come in. Flash onto the corner. Demon 1 going to be full flashed. Stuck now at the switch continuously. He's getting stunned up. The Seeker's now chasing forward. Wall gets raised and kind of denies vision away from Devi, and something now going to get punished. Jogamo finds that kill coming through in mid.
30 seconds left.
Very collected forward. Fragment to try to clear out. Back steps. Jogamo pushing on that angle. The swing in. Devi going to be good for one. Can't get the other. Forsaken finds Jogamo, but now Demon 1 in the sight. Ethan as well.
No utility to work with for Mind Freak. Just this Phantom.
No bites to try to clear it out. It's a bit of a high-low. Finds the first one, and he spotted Ethan's head. Looks to stabilize the aim, but Ethan
Bro, Ethan, 11 health in a dream.
11 HP, the difference.
Sheesh.
And that must be the lucky number, because that's EG getting to 11 rounds and once again taking a very slight lead here for themselves.
Oh, Mind Freak, so close. And really a good round here from Paper Rex. Again, bailing out Mind Freak to at least give him the ability in the early round to have the potential to get this clutch. So it is a thrifty for Paper Rex, but push EG to the limit. And now a so important buy round here is if you lose this one, EG's on 12. You're on map point. Here goes Jing.
Out the rip, goes for it. Busio again, going to be starting off the round with low HP, but he's still alive. He's still going to be holding back, lingering, looking to try to catch somebody off on that flank. Flash connects there onto the drone. Forsaken somehow putting up his best Locky impersonation.
Okay. It's okay though. Jogamo and Ethan got one apiece.
Taking it to buy. Both now going to be gone. Trying to line up Ethan's head, but once again, he can't get it done, and Ethan is online. 3 kills for him in the round so far. Something breaks down the door. Alir, the Devours, 4 bullets in the Vandal. And a smoke to push him off the angle. He rotates up, but now he's going to be suppressed, and certainly he has to wait that one out. He cannot try to take this fight without being able to have the dismiss online.
They're deep. Fake the heaven push. Is something going to be able to deal with this crossfire?
He's got that one Lear. Faces in. He can't get Jogamo. Together they will come up with the kill, and
there it is.
Will move up now 12-10. Map point in their hands.
Wasn't looking good early for EG, but turning around here, and that's what they need, man. They cannot let Paper Rex get a roll.
I mean, the up and over here from Mind Freak, he's out in the open for so long, trying to win this battle against Ethan behind Dice. And that allows more players from EG to come in.
Oh, coach ain't happy.
Yeah, Alex, certainly reason to be frustrated with how well this started, but 4 in a row now for Evil Geniuses puts them on to map point, and they're looking to break it open onto B.
And look at the ults they were able to build up in that last round. Paranoia across, managing to catch on the 3. Forsaken continues to take the challenge, continues to swing the corners, finds one. Hunter's Fury opened up, looking for the tag. Jing narrowly avoiding it. Forsaken flushed out. Swing back in, Jing finding one, but look at Jogamo around the back. Gets taken out of the TP, though, canceled early. And something is able to find that kill, but the rest is going to be coming through. And that's still going to be now a 2v3.
They're going to rotate through mid.
He's going to try to
Mind Freak's here, though.
He's holding back. Something also here, but they do not, they're not ready for it. They do not predict this. Mind Freak able to gun down 2, and suddenly we're in a 1-for-1. Ethan, he's been strong.
No!
Utility.
Ethan!
Gets the headshot! Ethan with the 3K takes it across the line. A slow start for him, but an explosive finish to get EG their map 1 win.
How does he win that? The util
Wow.
was out. Something around the corner. And just barely Ethan's able to stabilize it.
Damn.
But really, the highlight of that map for me is Calm. He was just godlike on that map. So many clutches for EG.
He might not have hit 30 kills, but by God, did he still absolutely decimate An unbelievable performance with him. 28, 12, and 6 at the end. But man, what a map one. We have a second one coming up at the very least. But first, we're going to go to a quick little break and have the analysts break down the action.
Yo, Gamers 8 still has one more whole series left. That's crazy.
When you play an actual ranked game, it's 50 minutes, but how much are you actually shooting? With AimLabs, you can compete in over 1,000 tasks that will prepare you for any scenario in any game. So the new ranked season, you play, you get points, you can compare yourself to your friends. With AimLabs' new one-to-one Valorant maps, you get instant feedback on how to get better crosshair placement, better peak efficiency. You can also instantly modify existing tasks with Discovery. Get started today by downloading the AimLabs for free and join millions of other satisfied players.
All right, so what do we think, chat?
Red Bull gives you wings.
Because we have not seen
Red Bull gives you wings.
bind in this matchup between these two. Right? It's the only map that's getting played today that we have not seen between these two last time. Weirdly enough, was banned out by... Oh no, Evil Geniuses were the one that banned it. I think Evil Geniuses bind was their auto ban all year, right? So what did they ban this time around instead of bind? Oh, they banned split. Makes sense. Does make sense. Yeah. Five seconds. Made it back in time, baby.
Hey, Bren here, joined by Potter right after that. Electric map number 1. Potter, you're going to be feeling good after that. Few short questions. I just want to get your thoughts as well on the timeout that was taken as well. What was being said, you know, what was the turning point really for that first half to make it really competitive?
Oh man, it was a slow start for us. If it wasn't for
Why don't they
clutches,
just have
that
a
first
single
half would've
stage
gotten out of
host
hand
that does
pretty
interviews
quick.
and stuff?
For us in that timeout, I gave them 3 rounds to do, 3 rounds in a row. There were confidence rounds coming for us. PRX had some good reads though. They had some good reads for us. We had to make quite a few adjustments there.
And yeah, my final question would be, I mean, what did Com have for breakfast? That guy was popping off repeatedly. I mean, just dominant performances from top to bottom.
Easy answer, Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, okay, well, you're here to hear first. We're going to send it back to the desk. Best of luck with the rest of the series, Potter.
I don't know about you guys, that's quite a heavy meal for the start of the day, but if it works out for my boy, then it might as well work out for me too.
I mean, the best thing for EG might be that the finals are on a Saturday. I guess so he can have his Chick-fil-A on Saturday morning. If it was a Sunday, he doesn't get it, they may be in trouble.
No dice.
We've gone too deep down the hole.
Yeah, did I?
This is way too deep down the hole.
All right, well, welcome back, everyone, if we haven't made you leave already. Of course, as we look to break this one down, what a match we just witnessed. EG coming from the clutches of defeat. It looked like Paper X Sideshow had their number. For a good chunk of those rounds, it was boiling down to heroic clutches. And ultimately, it would be EG continuing to show why they are a damn good Ascent team.
Potter was talking about Com's clutches in the first half, but he was everywhere. He was he was
like White on
them.
Rice.
Yeah,
like a spider monkey.
He was all over Paper X at all times, winning huge rounds, having a live game, I think, and also helping keep the rest of his team in it, who actually
Bro,
weren't
it's
having
just,
that
this
great
EG story is so
This
crazy.
is the map where they needed to dominate, and I think they still need to win 2-0. It's looking shaky out there. I think, Com can be very happy with how he performed, but I'll be going in the back room and like, guys, can I get some help as well? Like, are you going to play the game too?
Yeah, I think Com was very good. I will say there was a bit of a blow up for the end. At the end for a couple of players on EG. Remember at halftime, Com was like what, 20?
Come on, help a brother out.
Close things out. It was a very close end of the map, but Com had a couple of outrageous performances, but I do think it wasn't just Com at the end of the day. I think a couple of the players around him really stepped. Ethan had outrageous rounds, and we hadn't talked about Ethan very much.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm so glad that you're bringing this up, because we're going to continue to talk about Com for our Verizon high-speed moment of the match, because guess what? That round 19 clutch needs to be watched again. And yes,
dude,
Doug,
this
I
is
totally
so
agree with you.
nasty.
Everyone stepped up and really just smart plays across the board. But just the brain, I could see his brain expand in real time as this was happening. And Mimi, what a play, what a read that was.
I know one thing and one thing only about Com, and that he's always flanking. He's never not been flanking. This guy wins so many of these late rounds just by doing that. But he was excellent throughout these clutches. I think for EG, the slow start is real. Because like you're talking about, Ethan had some great rounds towards the end. And I think in particular, it seemed like Busio's calling was really warming up. They had some nice ideas on that attack side, using really like late round darts to fake out an A exec, go out towards B, selling a lot of those fakes that were super effective against Paper X, I think, to be able to close that map out beyond just the insane individual performance from Com.
Yeah, they're going to need more though.
Yeah.
It's about to go to Bind, it's about to go to Pearl. It gets more difficult.
Yeah, I will say this though. I think EG showed, I think they displayed excellence in handling a lot of the aggression that Paper X threw their way. Think about Paper X's defense side. I don't think there was a single round where they didn't right off the bat take B main control. Right?
Yeah.
And they learned how to navigate around that. A lot of times they were corralled towards A, they were corralled back in their spawn, and they were able to navigate through that. So if they can continue to handle that aggression, that Paper Xian fire that we see from them, I think that bodes well.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think that what we saw was resiliency from Evil Geniuses really being put to the test by hyper-aggressive Paper X, and it's only going to continue to be like this. Now, of course, let's go ahead, though, and take us over to our aim lab shoot-around for the time being. This time, we're going to be checking in on Demon 1. But as we continue this conversation, and also I think even another interesting point to bring up, because you guys were talking about like Com going to the locker room and being like, guys, I just need someone out there to shoot their gun. I think that you're really going to be turning to a guy like Demon 1, who did have some moments, and also...
Bro, your nose is on the screen, big dog.
Yeah, but barely any moments. This was his worst map of the entire event at Champions. And that's the question, is that going to keep up? It seems very unlikely. You know, at some point, he's just going to revert to his average, and his average is so much higher than you just witnessed there on Ascent. you know, it's still decent that they can win when Demon One's having his worst map, but that also means he's got to step up when he's going to be playing on Bind and Pearl.
Again, he has been the best statistical player of the event thus far, and if we can even get close to that form for map 2, I think there is a really good chance for EG to look stronger in that one. But what's interesting is that
Bro,
the last comp that he played on
EG's
Bind was so weird.
social media
Busio
guys,
was locking
fucking
in the chamber.
good.
It was another map where they're moving Demon 1 away from his, you know, normal comfort roles. You get Jajimo into the Raze there. So this is another one where I don't know if you can look to Demon 1 to be the carry. It's not going to be
let me
his
guess. Now I gotta
normal
redo
star
this.
power that you get when he's playing the Jet. But I think there are still players you can see step up there. If Busio has a map like he did at Tokyo, or if Jajimo has one of those Raze maps he's known for, I think those are the win conditions I'm looking at.
Yeah, of course, map 1 belonging to EG here. But let's actually go ahead and hear what the coach of PaperX, Alex, had to say ahead of map 2.
Hi, Brent here, joined by Alex as well after that map number 1 as well. Very close affair. You know, it could have gone either way. Short and sweet. What adjustments are you going to be making for the rest of the series here to come back into it?
I think we're a little bit nervous coming into game 1. We let them come back into it. I think we had control of the game and the comp clutch killed us. So we're going to
All
try and keep
10
it
of
calm,
our
keep it
fans are
happier,
here.
and try and just be less tense.
Keep the nerves in check as well. All right, well, best of luck, Alex. Moving forward in the series as well. Back to you guys.
Keeping the nerves in check is what the mission is here for PaperX. Quite shocking considering that pistol, they just flew at them.
Is it colder in the coach's area, or I wonder why he just? I mean, I'm sure he takes off the sweatshirt so he can have his.
It gets rattled quite aggressively.
It can, but if there was a team to be able to rally back, I think it would be PaperX.
Agreed.
They were really the first team to make a reverse sweep happen, to win their international league all the way back in Pacific. Like we've been talking about a lot, sometimes something just needs that moment to warm up, for everyone to get used to the stage together. PaperX is good in these moments.
I'm looking forward to the Raze head-to-head. I really am. I feel like, you know, Jogamo has talked up the fact that he respects Jing. They both have insane movement. They're going to be the tip of the spears for both of these teams. Admittedly, we're expecting something to put also on the Reina.
Yeah, and you know what though, I would actually tip my hat a little bit more to Jing, because I feel like Jing was having one hell of a game, and if he keeps on firing like that, Josh, I really can't see how EG try and stop him, especially if he's going so freely up behind.
He actually performed better on the defensive half as well, and his utility was really important for them controlling, like B-Main, as you were talking about earlier, Doug. They're going to be starting on attack side here on Bind, and that was where Jing was just kind of sending himself in so that something, you know, the defenders are distracted and something entries. So that's the combo that you should look towards. Those two players on their attack side are going to be looking to tear holes in EG's defense.
Yeah, it's almost like when we had the chamber meta where the dive player is more focused on just creating space to enable that second player in to thrive. And I think this is a very good map for something. We already saw him.
They haven't actually launched Aegis Lights yet, right?
Especially in those first few rounds, that first half. And I think this is another comp that is really built around enabling him, especially since PaperX, again, has so many creative options here. You'll see really strange pathing with the harbor walls coming in, Jing going like back sight on their
Did I miss Aiden Select like an idiot?
Space. It's a very disruptive style to play against.
And that's what concerns me a little bit, because in the first half on Ascent, when you saw PaperX attacking, Forsaken was getting huge value out of putting his cove down in the chokes to let them into sights. And it took EG a long time to adapt to that. And
No, we haven't
they were
actually
saved
seen
by
it.
Con having a life game. If someone doesn't step up to a really huge degree for PaperX, for EG, then it might take them still a while to adjust to what PaperX are doing and using the harbor utility in that kind of way. Yes, they just played against a very similar comp, but when it's a new map, it's new ideas. And with PaperX, you do all the VOD review you like, they'll be coming out with new things created.
All right, here it is.
And here's your Prime Gaming Agent Select, and once again, we're
Bind,
going to see that
baby,
Reina Raze.
here we
You're gonna
go.
get the Harbor in action as well, and Demon 1 is actually swapping over to the Chamber. We saw Busio take that role last time.
I love that change. I think
I
Demon 1
think
was
I
on
can get with
fire
it.
when he played Chamber on this map previously. I prefer it. I think it makes more sense. Get him out there.
I also think it's really important for that to be where you have the chamber, because again, he had a slower game. He had a slower game in map 1, so get him a little bit loose, get him comfortable, set him up for success, and really let him go.
People haven't really watched this guy on Chamber, but back when he played Tier 2, when he was an unknown name, this was his star agent. He was taking names in smaller tournaments here. Yeah, he's super comfortable on Chamber, so I think that's a great change. But on the other side, Josh, you're already talking about some of the things that can make this PaperX comp so good. I think one of them is with this dive of Jing and the double flash combos you can get with the Reina Sky. It can be pretty difficult to play Chamber against that. I expect PaperX to prioritize shutting down those TPs.
Now that you have Demon 1 on Chamber too, you can actually leave him alone to to guard one of the sites with his trademark rendezvous setups, and you can start stacking the other side on defense, which is really good against a PaperX team that doesn't default very much.
Well, let's find out if this rematch goes the distance and if PaperX can walk away with the win here on Bind. Let's go ahead, for the time being, send it over to your casters, Achilleos and Paperthin.
Thank you very much. Yes, it's now time to go into map number 2 to see whether or not PaperX can do what we saw from the side of EG. Get a win on their map pick. It was hard fought, but slipped through their fingers at the very end there. PaperX need to be able to rally back. And one of the things that we've heard, from Coach Minnie as you were interviewing him actually just a couple days ago is that when you do have those losses and it's so close to the very end, that can be way harder to recover from compared to when you just get blown out of the water.
Yeah, exactly. The good news, I would say, if you're a PaperX fan, is historically we've seen them bounce back quite nicely after any kind of loss. It doesn't seem to affect them too much mentally. Of course, they had the first ever reverse sweep in VCT Pacific, in VCT history, period.
They did. Well, looks like pace again going to be set here very quickly from the side of PaperX as they storm their way over onto the A site. Teleporters around the back here. Do start coming through as Demon 1 looks to hold the line. It's going to be good for one. Something going to be taken down, but Jing with that frenzy will answer back. Site now going to be
Mind Freak knows that they're coming through showers.
for a plant in the back here, it would seem. Swing around actually into the front. Forsaken. Trying to get this spike over more towards default. This Mind Freak tries to hold the line at backside. Can't make it happen here. Ends up getting taken out. And it's just a bloodbath here. Suddenly we're into a 2v2. Forsaken still tagged up, creeping through the smokes, getting decayed down. And now it's all in Dubai in the blink of an eye.
Such a fast rotation.
All down to Dubai in a blink of an eye. I like that.
Shots continue to come his way. Spike scooped up.
He's gonna go through spawn.
Looks like he's going to creep his way across. He's just going to try to exit. He does have time to play with, but they also have a teleporter on their side, so they can very quickly get their way over to the B site.
This was just a brilliant rotation here from EG. Quick into the teleporter. This is the same kind of pistol setup, except map sides are swapped. They leave the chamber on one side, the other 4 players on the other, so they can pivot around that chamber if need be. Otherwise, they give you a really ferocious defense. Let's see if Devi can put up a strong defense of his own here in this post plant.
They're looking to play right into him. 92 health. Jogamo. Frenzy at range, the first one to base, gets some damage across. The double base comes in, he gets the dink, but cannot get the kills. That's going to be the pistol round going the way of EG. Second pistol win for them as they start things off 1-0.
Jogamo already shooting some bodies.
Brilliant setup on these pistols from EG on Bind. Going back to what we saw against Foot on their defender's side. They won that pistol, and then they strung 6 rounds together on Bind last time they played it. So absolutely, see if PaperX can stop the momentum.
Just a pixel spot there.
Just enough. Just enough. And you can see the sprays are getting a little bit off for PaperX. You can, Coach Alex just talked about it in that interview, that there's some nerves that are starting to play into PaperX. And even though they are the team, yes, that had that reverse sweep in a best-of-5 against DRX in the VCT Pacific Finals, still, though, this is an even bigger stage. There's so much pressure on them to get this win, to the last representative of Pacific left here in this event. Certainly, everyone over on the other side of the Pacific Ocean is rooting for them.
Some sprays down short. This is just going to be a full set coming through. Jing going to be taken out first and foremost. Good damage across. Now on to something. Can they find any value whatsoever? It seems like the answer is going to be no. And there you go. It's confirmed. Jogamo with 3. A Prime Gaming flawless here in this anti-eco round. EG showing up huge. I mean, Jogamo now already 5-0-1 on the start.
In top 2 and gets themselves the double map veto.
They're 5 stacking B. It's like they've kind of tried to download the way that PaperX maneuvers round to round, how they change sides round to round. Okay, finally now. Okay, they're going to send Calm back to the other side. I think realizing that maybe that might not be the ideal play. But PaperX is just going to spread the map a little bit here. Just Forsaken on his own towards short. 2 showers to Hookah and a push out.
This rush.
Yeah.
Footsteps going to be noted. Something. Spot 1 has that. The Smith can take it. Yeah, he needs to. Down to 10 HP, but now the healing is going to be gone as Devi falls to Boostio.
Yeah, but now they're going to stay over on B.
Another kill or an assist. Be able to try to get any kind of help.
All right, Calm.
They've got to clear the smoke.
Calm just lurking forward.
You know that Judge is around.
Do they sense this? Sky Smoke comes down. He pushes up into this one. Forsaken just on the edge. Pushes in, finds the headshot. Flushes him out. A major play here for Forsaken. Anyone else goes down, he continues to lurk in that position. That could be the round gone. Something now going to try to get all the way around through that defender spawn. catch them by surprise. Jing up close, just on the opposite side of the wall. Managing to find one. Continues to spray in. Will be able to find the second. Boostio gone. Now it's all on Demon 1. Mind Freak getting a bit of a read here. Swing under the corner, and he can't quite get his head lined up. Mind Freak survives with 10 HP. His Paper X will get themselves on the board.
Yeah, and I like what EG's showing here. Showing some pressure, showing some things that Paper Rex has to respect going forward. Something that's going to be in their minds. Forsaken just barely getting the better of Calm here. I mean, if Calm had been turned another 10 degrees to his left, he might have been able to take Forsaken down, and this could be a completely different round. But again, sometimes Paper Rex just kind of, as brilliant as they are on the fly, as brilliant as they are kind of developing their own unique strategies and methods, they do kind of lose track of possibilities, of situations. You know, I think back to the first Hunter's Fury from Calm on the previous map. Here, they're maybe not quite reading that judge play after they got, you know, smoked by it a couple times in the round before. But Jing gonna be grabbing that orb again. Name of the game for Paper X oftentimes: get Jing ult.
Dog out, gets a good amount of information, spotting too, and something unable to find the punish.
But that's big because you know they're split.
Meantime, 3 players now inching their way forward, getting ready to attack here onto short.
Oh, look at his high-low.
Oh, yep. Shoulder spotted. Lear's going to come through. That does not catch onto Ethan. They will be able to gun him down. Nice pick, but that's just a solo player. 3 players here in response to the side of EG, ready to go on this A site. As rotations begin from the side of Demon 1 as well as Ethan. So Ethan's going to linger just to see if there's any additional pressure, but Jing into the back, ends up getting gunned down as Calm will be able to find a second as well. Forsaken gone. The nade forward, Devi has to exit, gets himself out of lamps, avoiding the damage. Showstopper at the ready, should he feel that he needs it.
And that was Spike.
Yep. Stranded in such a poor position. Challenge into the corner, Jogamo wins it out. Now on for the flawless.
There we go, baby. EG cruising once they got rifles in hand.
Belts, EG moving up 3-1.
And some concerning things in that round for Paper X. Some great holds here from EG. That high-low setup there with Demon 1 is sort of pseudo-bait for Ethan to use the pop flash around the corner. I mean, you got to be careful with these Reynas. Playing on your own, it's so feast or famine. And I'd like to see something work with, you know, especially Forsaken and some of the other players to kind of get some of that momentum, get that blood underneath him, get his confidence going, because his aim already looks a little shaky to me. A lot of times he might at least ding up Ethan there on Ethan's jiggle peak. Instead, he just whips completely, and it's a delayed reaction as well. So, still though, going to be Spike on the other side. They're going to try to clear some space, make sure the Octagon here is empty of that brilliant util specialist Ethan. So he has to back up. Trademark cleared, and now a lot of space being gained here by Paper X. Something that killed them sometimes on their defender side. On Ascent, giving up space, and oh my god, Demon
Push
1.
up the challenge, yeah, gets a little bit of damage across, but it doesn't matter, nothing that Ethan can't fix. Will come in, he'll get pushed back up to 100. It's just a quick little spot. Divine out grabbing the gun. Still 4 members now pushing out of Hookah. Wall coming up. It's going to cut off Demon 1, but he still continues to play forward. Ethan falling.
Oh, he saw it.
Swing, but Forsaken turns back to actually get that covering fire through. Only outfight as well going to be used. Calm just trying to spray out through Labs. Forsaken swings under the corner. He guns down 2. Gets himself a 3rd kill in the round. Now it's just Boostio left standing. Find anything to take this round to at least make it a little bit more costly for the side of Paper X, given that they have not.
Yeah, I mean, he's got his econ's good. Everyone else is good. You might as well try and see if you can get another rifle or 2 out of hands.
Pushing up, looking for the time.
Oh no!
Goes for the jump and just can't quite reset. Devi helps bail out something in case he wasn't able to find it himself, and that's going to be Paper X now bringing it back to within 1.
Yeah, I like the entry here for the side of Paper Rex. Again, clearing that space to make sure they've got Hookah and Octagon to work with this time. Forsaken just getting in there, using that cove to cut off that elbow angle, or if somebody's close to the B main door. Really smart. Hopefully we don't see any of those coves that are a little bit questionable for Forsaken.
Questionable lineups, landing on top of Covey rather than in front of it.
Yeah, it was totally on purpose. Yeah. 3 times in a row.
Well, early Molly just to try to stop any aggression, but as we can see, everybody's playing very far back on the side of Paper X. Rotations now beginning. Off the back of that Trailblazer call here from Demon 1.
They're rotating heavily off the back of that Trailblazer, kind of expecting some sort of basic pushes here. A lot of teams use those Trailblazers as kind of their lead into entries to kind of get their info, especially with this comp. That Paper Rex has, and yeah, they're gonna dial it right up.
I've got your
Oh my God, that paint shells.
Okay, there's the Cove. Actually has the setup this time. Something is dropping down. Orbital strike up over the top. Juggernaut over the rocket.
What in the world?
Takes him down with a showstopper of his own. Ethan gonna be stunned up here on the backside as the reckoning comes across. Busio pushing out on the backside, managing to find Forsaken. Jing taken out.
There's so much.
Orbital
Another
out.
one?
Busio turns to the side, Divide, finding the kill. Trailblazer cleared out. Orbital shuts it down. Narrow margins here. Demon 1 cannot get the op shot through. A 2v2 as Ethan creeps his way forward into the smoke. Whoa! Tips back, finds Mind Freak.
Excuse me?
And now Divide, all on his lonesome. Ethan calm on the opposite side. The spike still in his hand. Can just take the teleporter. It looks like that's exactly what he's going to do.
The timing on that flash, it just doesn't quite catch Ethan. He just steps back and up. Unbelievable.
Flash into backside, doesn't get the confirmation, but footsteps should have been heard. He gets the timing swing, calm. Trying to get up on top of it, but now time is running low. 11 seconds, the tap, the swing out, Divide cannot get it. Ethan, with 3 here in the round, will stop Paper Rex from tying it up.
The way that EG plays these 1vx's is so good. Yeah, they give away the first, but the second, the noise is cut, and Divide has no idea how to do this. This flash, how in the world does this not catch him?
Either way, plays
okay.
around it. Just gorgeous, it gets the read, gets the kills, and now it's going to be a timeout here. The brakes pumped, and a sigh of relief, yeah, as Paper Rex looking to try to right the ship.
I don't know if it caught the corner of that building. Either way, that's a huge moment that round that swings it over, and Paper Rex have to think about this because their money's a little bit shaky. A couple rifles are going to be able to be bought, but the money's a little bit slim for Forsaken. And so far, Paper Rex has struggled to find much success off the back of this explosive sort of hit system, but this time it's just read by EG. I mean, the Trailblazer early, even though they kind of pump the brakes and wait a little bit, completely gives it away here for Paper Rex. That this is the site that they're planning on using, because that Trailblazer is used to, okay, is there anybody playing front site, elbow? No, okay. So then we can use our util for back site. Like you can see there, they have the Reckoning. There's a lot of other utility that's sent behind the tube to try to clear that, because they think that, you know, there's only going to be maybe a couple there potentially. They might be able to catch them sleeping a little bit. But it does not fool EG in the slightest, so they're really well versed on the tendencies of Paper Rex coming into this. Let's see what Paper Rex is going to do to change things up.
All right, let's go, EG. Keep this thing going.
That Trailblazer used for misdirection. We saw some fake hits the last time we saw him unbind. Oh boy.
Spotting each other, spam across in case he's TPing up onto the high ground. Spotted Busio as well. Now, this is going to be a double stack. That Molly still held here from Busio. Was looking to maybe use it for an early challenge or an early cutoff, but Demon 1 just steps up.
There we go. Demon 1 gets 2.
Something and Mind Freak both now falling. A hell of a lot of their smokes taken away from them. A hell of a lot of that firepower now taken away. First on the rotate here is Jogamo. Nade at the ready to try to interrupt this plan. He's also got a blast pack.
He can blast back over.
He can absolutely do some damage with that one. Paint Shell's landing at the feet, but now gets cut down. Jing swinging around through lamps.
33.
Finding him.
They haven't been able to get the spike down yet.
These flank angles are going to be difficult to deal with if the timing's good for EG. If they can cut Forsaken down, you know, U-Haul there, going to be pinched. Very, very difficult. Plant. Still, look at, EG is in Paper X's head with these plants. You know, it's so difficult for them to get them comfortably. Demon 1, so clean.
He's continuing
It's
to
3
push
for Demon
up,
1 so
finds
far.
himself a third in the round. Divide, perhaps the next victim, but no. Catches a shoulder, takes him down.
Blinded.
Now into a 2v2. Guiding light through. Calm not getting spotted, but Forsaken catching Ethan up and having the bullets. With the barrel now spotted. Calm.
Calm!
Comes up with the goods yet again. It doesn't matter what weapon, what util you put in this guy's hands. He continues to win out to get these Red Bull clutches for his squad. EG now up 5-2.
And he's constantly coming from angles that Paper Rex isn't expecting, that they're not thinking of, and that's what's losing them so many of these rounds. He's just so patient here. They don't expect 2. They clear Demon 1. They think surely we've dealt with the flanker. But Calm is always flanking. He is just on a permanent flank. And he's just, he knows it too. He is clutching time and time again. I mean, one of the most spectacular individual performances in terms of clutches I have seen in quite some time here from Com.
Guiding light out. Confirmation there from Ethan. This Demon 1 holding forward. Lear comes in, tucks away behind the box for just a little brief little moment. Spots him. Guns down something that's a slow field now out, and he wants to re-aggress up into Hookah. He's looking for the target, sees the corner divide. Gets himself a second. Jogamo TPing forward. The challenge coming in. Forsaken will get the kill, but the boom bot secures it. It's Demon 1 on a tear here. The Tour Force delivering. So now it's just Jing left standing in an impossible scenario. Spotted. The day's in. Some damage dealt. And Demon 1 creeping around the back, looking for that 4K. And I don't think he's going to be denied. It seems like Jing has no idea that they are encroaching on his position right now. They certainly are not. Well, it's going to be Com getting the final kill here of the round.
It's going to be a 2-0 for real.
Very clean from the side of Evil
just
Geniuses,
might
who are
be.
now up by 4. The pressure certainly mounting on Paper Rex.
And this off angle to start is huge, and then getting ahead of the cascade is something. And he gets taken out, Devi, and it's just great positioning here from Demon 1, period, end of story, and he's able to stay ahead of those smokes. Like, kind of one of the things that can give Chambers a problem on Bind is the heavy amount. You know, most teams are running at least some kind of double controller, so it can give you some difficulty in finding some value out of those 2 to 4s if the smokes are placed properly, but he gets ahead of them. And yeah, it is a thrifty round there for Paper Rex, but still.
Oh.
Still got it. Nice
Demon
pick.
1, I'm trying to go on an unexpected swing, and to his credit, yeah, who's going to expect you swinging out off of your, or on top of your own team's molly? His red is watched, and Mind Freak comes away with that kill for an early punish.
I think they saw Boostio doing that some other time. Sometimes he'll just kind of try to push through short there. EG had that in their databanks, stored up and ready. Seekers, Boostio out in the open, done.
Out in the open, too far back. Couldn't break that line of sight.
It's
there,
so
but
hard to
Frog
tell,
and
like,
Jing
what's a good...
deep into enemy territory, looking to try to get a catch here. Ethan swinging around, spots him. Has to maybe back away, gets the headshot. He'll try to make his exit. Jog
Matt,
on out,
for
they're
like, what's a
spotting,
good
clears
like
out.
half
Shut
score
down
for
Boom
buying
Bot.
for EG? Just 'cause we
Flies
never
back
see
down
them
forward as Heeman gets the buy.
on this map, so we don't know what their defense
seen
looks
him.
like, right?
Round
For all we
over
know, their
these
defense could allow
1v2s, but
9 rounds a half.
1v3. Certainly he cannot. Would have to start with Mind Freak. That Molly's still in the back pocket. Hasn't sent it yet. Seems like calm. Just going to look to play this out patiently, try to take some additional weapons away from Paper Rex.
I mean, Mind Freak, kind of expecting this.
Oh! 2 quick kills, but so much time has gone by. He can't try to play for the round win. TP out, Forsaken. They're looking for the catch. Footsteps should be heard on either side. As the swing gets ready to come in, and it's going to be Cobb. Still comes up with 3. He still takes the guns away from them.
So even when they lose, they don't really.
I mean, sure, as Paper Rex, you get a round on the board, and hopefully they can kind of keep that in their minds, keep their mental steady, but the end of that round is a disaster. I mean, dropping all those guns, now they're on the precipice of being broken economically. They can only get 4 rifles and a Bulldog here. They can't even, in fact, they're going to go for 2 Bulldogs. They can't get fully into this. Yeah, Jing's 1 away from the Showstopper. You're 1 away from the Secrets for Mind Freak. Com's 1 away from the Viper's Pit, 1 away from the Showstopper as well for Jogamo. And that's a painful round for Paper Rex.
Absolutely. Stack now outside of B. Double push up here in towards Hookah. Mind Freak left lingering. Watching over towards Shower to see if anyone goes on a little bit of an extended excursion. As Trailblazer will spot him out. Forsaken jiggling on the corner. Comes away unpunished.
And this opens up space here for Demon 1 to potentially make a quick flank maneuver if this is going to be a short A hit from the side of Paper Rex. The trademark is there as well to kind of give him a little bit of extra timing. Forsaken trying to sell.
Oh, trying to go for this fake, but Jogamo gets up in front of it, and now he knows that there's no reinforcements here on the back end of this. He's swinging all the way around. TP back across. Ping's coming down. Jogamo spotted. Divide finds that kill. A huge one here, but still 2 members present on the site as Ethan tucked away into the cubby. Something does not check for it. The swing down, Jing manages to clear him out. A 3v3. The spike can be planted. No ults to try and dissuade this one here. Comp nearly with a pit on line with the counter spray through the smoke. Jing comes away with a kill. Lucio gonna be down. Demon 1 Calm now.
All right, so it is a 2v3, but the 2 is Demon 1 and Calm. So
He's
like,
gonna play point. They know he's there.
Here. They don't have the fight to try to flush him out. They're still looking for it. Talon swing comes in. Demon 1 now brings it back into a 1v1 divide. Narrowly gets the win. Can upgrade his Bulldog, but again, it's just so much damage dealt here to the side of Paper Rex, who are just trying desperately to hold on to whatever cash they can get.
No doubt. I mean, even though Paper Rex is getting wins, EG is making them fight tooth and nail for it. Top to bottom here. I mean, a decent entry. Mindfreak able to get into that cubby, but that trade there for Jing, it puts Devi in a really difficult position. As great as Devi has been all year with these clutches, with these key moments for Paper Rex, right now, I don't want to give, if I'm Paper Rex, EG any opportunities to clutch because they are feeling it. They are feeling that confidence to win all of those clutches, even if it's not Calm. I don't care who it is. You do not want to allow them the opportunities to win those because it feels like right now that they're winning the majority of them.
Yeah, I mean, it's another incredible scoreline here from Calm. He's just one round away from getting to that halfway point. 12-4-2 for him. Potter wants to pump the brakes, wants to ensure that they're at least able to get themselves up to that 7, if not that 8-4. Close out these last 2 rounds strongly. They have some good tools to try to make that happen. Strong tools.
Potter's always got some good fixes coming in, man. You know, Potter's so smart.
That pit on the defending side, and Calm,
and I love it.
He's been playing. That could make for a very rough round for Paper Rex.
Yeah, I'm pretty curious to see how Paper Rex wants to approach this. If they're just going to try for a quick hit off the rip, try for the double satchel into the showstopper. But you do have a lot of ability to sort of clear that pit potentially. You have the orbital strike, you have the showstopper to really make Calm's life miserable if he pops that pit, and they want to try to pressure it. But I see a lot of them stacked up towards short A, something on his own to try to contain B long. Flashed to check him, and now he's going to go back. And there comes that Trailblazer again, and immediately the rotations are out from EG.
All right, Dog is spotted. The rush forward, Jing, showstopper around the back instantly, takes out Busio. Demon 1 swinging forward, trying to catch him off guard once again, but Devi does come away with a kill. Judge in hand, Jing gets rid of Jogamo. Oh, going by across, still tries to challenge forward. He doesn't even get any damage in. Calm with a stinger, will find it, and now he can go ahead and recover that Judge for his own purposes.
It's a bit ambitious there, Jing. Well, I think it should be done and dusted for Paper Rex at this point.
Is he just keeping the...
And a stinger. Gonna see if he can make anything out of it.
I mean, that's the perfect weapon for Calm. He says, all right, I'll just use that in the next round when I drop the pit.
Yep.
Ethan, he's gonna see if he can do anything at all. Devi knows that he's gonna be holding on that right side. Flash across, the one tap. As Calm actually playing around the back, and something's not gonna be ready for this. A Vandal in hand, a kill on Devi, another triple kill for Calm, just continuing to put up numbers. This time Forsaken will be able to get out with his life intact. Mindfreak as well, holding way back. He wanted nothing to do with this. Paper X will be able to lock in 5.
Right there. I mean, Calm is ego challenging some of the best duelists we have in Pacific and making him look silly. He's absolutely incredible right now. Just devastating the way that he's reading the map, the way that he is engaged with his aim. Pinpoint accurate. Now coming into this, Paper Rex, a chance to make this an even half, a 6-6. Still those Seekers, still that orbital strike on
I feel like I might have cast him a little bit.
Potentially deal with that Viper's Pit, but Jogamo's got the showstopper. It is going to be the Shower's Pit, covering most of the site here for Calm. But it's a hookah push. Demon 1 gonna be watching it. Just the Vandal.
This is heavy reliance on Demon 1, as well as Ethan to try to hold this line, and hold the line they shall! Demon 1 shuts down both entries. Orbital strike now, trying to force him out into an off angle, but he just manages to spot the gun barrel and takes up Forsaken for a third. Devi and Mindfreak sent packing. And their options, the few that they have, are absolutely tragic.
But the timing's all off here for Paper Rex. First of all, you got 2 people peeking ahead of their smokes, maybe trying to see if they can catch Demon 1 off guard, but they're not expecting that angle. And then the delayed orbital strike, it gives Demon 1 too much time to rotate.
A 2v5 to try to tie this up at 6-6. Otherwise, EG going to be out in front. Even if they can get the spike down, even if they can get rid of these two players, which right now it feels like they can, as Busio will just shut down Divide. That Showstopper would still be available, but no. Busio will find himself a second. It's yet another Prime Gaming flawless here, as EG will end the half up 7-5.
Just, it's the calm show today. I mean, he's just on another planet. He is cracked out of his mind. Demon 1 having a great map here. He had, again, the desk mentioned it. He had one of his worst performances ever on Ascent in his entire history in VCT. He has picked it right back up here on Chamber Unbind.
Absolutely has, and it's been a complete absence from the side of something. 1-10-5 at the moment. Needs to be able to step up as they get ready to go onto that defending side if they want a chance to close this one out. We'll go ahead and bells it back over to the desk to break down that first half.
Couldn't agree more with Paper Thin. It really has felt like the calm show, even going into map 2. He's continuing his incredible run from map 1, and it feels like very little can stop this young man. He is destroying on the server.
The kicker is, you know how much we've been talking about how they like having fun. Calm popping off and going, guys, I can't stop clutching. Like, I just can't stop clutching, and that 1v2 was gold.
I also think, though, that this Raze show has still been a delight to watch.
Yeah.
You have Jing's movement, Chogamo's nuts plays happening all over the place, and then the pieces of whether or not something's having a big map or Com's having a big map kind of inserted around the side. I've been looking forward to this Raze head-to-head, and it's delivered.
It absolutely has. I think Jing has honestly done a really good job of just creating space for the team, trying to give something opportunities to thrive, even if he has been struggling a lot this map. But on the other hand, I've been really impressed with Jojimo. He always does a great job of putting pressure on these plants, throwing out his nade, throwing out these satchels to buy time for these EG flanks that were so effective at punishing PaperX's style on this map.
Yeah, I think that the flanks and the gameplay ideas in general for EG have been fantastic. I'm so happy to be able to get to watch Jing play, because also he's been talking recently, and Coach Alex has confirmed that he's not going to be with us for the 2024 season, which is a massive blow.
Who's that?
This guy is super young, but he has to go into military service. You can see Alex talking about it here in an interview with Round of Gamers. But to have Jing in this position also means that this tournament is going to be everything for them. This is his chance to actually pick up a trophy.
That makes sense.
He's part of that core that has defined PaperX for so long. When this team made the final at Copenhagen, when they've won in Pacific, he's always been there with
It's crazy how much you see that actually coming into effect for other countries, bro.
Well,
Raz is
right back over to the casters.
Thank you very much, guys.
doing that over in
pressure mounting here. PaperX
Japan?
find themselves now at a disadvantage going
I believe it
into
is,
the
for
second
Crazy
half of their
Raccoon.
Mac pick of Bind. They need to be able to run this back.
Jing now
get
too.
all the way to Pearl if they want to be moving forward into that grand final. But right now, given the pace, given the performance that we've been seeing from Demon 1 stepping up compared to that first map from Com, who's been so consistent, it feels like EG might just be poised to take them out.
Absolutely. I mean, with the way that EG is playing right now, Mind Freak playing with fire.
Demon 1 comes away with 2 quick taps. The spray on the
Okay, here we go, Demon 1.
Shut this down. A third kill now. He continues his reign of terror. Demon 1 has arrived.
And crowd wants the ace already. 2 more to go. PaperX, see if they can get something online here. Divide as well, right behind him. But I think you mentioned Achilleos 1 and 10 for something. So really struggling so far.
We'll flash into the corner, something. Still trying to creep forward, but it's going to be Jogamo taking it away, so no chance at that ace. Divide able to find the punish, but it's going to be as good as it could possibly get as well. As Demon 1 will move up 4 kills in that round to try to fast track a tour de force, and Evil Geniuses will close out another pistol round win.
The body shooting villains, baby.
PaperX gonna have to dial up something crazy. They're gonna go for a force buy is my question. Probably not, it looks like. Not quite enough money, not enough damage done to really justify it. Now you've got a Vandal already in Demon 1 hand. Full armor to back it up. Guardian boost deal.
Yep.
Tons of
I feel
firepower
it.
here as they look to put some pressure on Hookah, but look at this. It's a stack. 4 players waiting right there.
It's everyone. It's all 5.
Oh, it's all 5.
All 5 players from PaperX sat here in Hookah, waiting to see if that push-up's going to come through. But you could see EG, they say, we know how you like to play when you're in these positions. You like to stay grouped up. You like to try to catch us by surprise. And oftentimes go for some form of rush play. This time, they're not having it. But EG, do they get a sense of this? You can see they don't really want to peek out over here towards Hookah. So PaperX, they start to go on the hunt. Over here on the corner, Ethan going to be good for one. Boostio with a covering fire of the Guardian. Comes away with another one. Com swings in, finds two, cannot get three. It's all on Devi. It's the clear out, the Boombot, the distracted to get the kill.
Bro got killed by the Boombot.
Honestly, I think more kills than we might have expected for PaperX
got
to
killed
walk
by
away
the
with, but it's
Boombot.
still Evil Geniuses now moving up 9-5.
Get
The
fucked,
Roomba
kid.
getting in on it today. He's got a couple kills as well. It just a really good hold here from EG. I mean, a lot of their early rounds have been spreading the map on their attacker side, kind of just looking to see, what their opponents are going to do. They did this against Foot, especially early on their attacker side, where they really spread the map, sold some fakes, and then went to the other side of the map. So they're really cagey, they're really coy on their attacker side, making it very, very difficult. Looks like they might go for a fast hit. The blast packs are in. U-Haul going to be under control of Jogamo with this judge.
Something holding up on top of truck, able to find one. Jogamo able to just go ahead and shut him down, however. Looks for Jing as the paint shell going to be sent through, and it forces him back into the front once again, but Forsaken will strike him down. Wave set up, comp low, spike planted, but Boostio taken down as soon as that spike gets on the floor. Demon 1, he's been living up to the name thus far. How demonic can he get here in this round to try to drag it back to get that bonus conversion? They're just holding it. Never mind. They'll just stick to the fuse.
Yeah,
And in the end, Com will have to go down. That'll be the cleanup. Here's my.
They end up dying anyways. Put your head out there and try and kill somebody.
Necessary for PaperX. And we'll pick up that round, but there's still more work to be done.
And I love the way Forsaken plays this round on this Harbor. He backs up Jing there over on the back of A towards the U-Haul to make sure that Jogamo can't really find any more damage with that judge. And then immediately a cascade comes out, cuts off short, and isolates the player planting. Isolates Boostio and able to find a follow-up kill. Really make sure that EG's not able to find any extra damage. Because now we're getting a little aggressive out of long B. Boostio, that was so close.
Close, but avoids the shots. Something in Devi just backing away. Well, basically about to happen here. Into Hookah. Jogamo spraying through. Just make his exit. Doesn't want to overstay his welcome here. Smoke comes down. Jing holding wide outside of shower. Rather in shower.
This is
watching on this extremity.
Huge battle.
Demon 1 just taking this one step at a time. Swings forward. Looking for Jing, but Jing's able to line him up just a little bit faster. Damage not exchanged. Cove now Forsaken just trying to get himself across and deeper into the site here. Double push up now through lamps.
Spot to make sure they hadn't pushed out.
Oh, the timing. Forsaken comes up huge, catches him with paint gel in hand. Gets the follow-up on the Boostio. Something, no way.
Yeah.
No way! Gets the knife into the back and twists it. As Ethan will fall. Com, as good as he has been, I think a 1v5 ace clutch might just be a bridge too far, but there's the start. He finds the first one. Mind
just the one.
Absolutely not. Does not give him that second step. PaperX will string 2 rounds together. Now 2 rounds separating. 9-7.
Just a classic Pacific moment here. Knife in the back.
Loosen up.
You love to see it, and those are the momentum changers. We saw this so much in our region, Achilleos, where a team would get one knife, and then it was just like a switch flipped on that team, and they were able to just start playing with so much more confidence and so much more aggression. Is that going to be the moment here for PaperX? EG, though, now 2 to force available for Demon 1, and immediately looking to see if he can catch somebody peeking out of long B.
It was a knife that got EG to the international competitions to begin with. We'll see if it could be their undoing, if PaperX can run things back here on Bind. Or just going to be snatched up. Jogamo saying, hey, take this weapon. I've got a showstopper. On Trailblazer to check forward. Need to check close. Jogamo bouncing up. Doesn't get to see anything, but now will spot him. Sends it to Devi.
He's still alive!
No,
Nope,
Jing
never mind.
counter swings from the back of Hookah. Finds the elimination. Mind Freak lurking within the smoke. Find Boostio. Stun up into the corner. Ethan dead. TP out. The cleanup coming in. Now
PRX is...
the first shot whipping. Swaps over the head. Hunter tries to line it up. Cannot get it done.
PRX is turning up, and also EG kind of throwing.
To the ult. It's like that. You got to do those squats. Keep those thighs nice and toned. And PaperX string together 3 rounds consecutively.
Could all use a good leg day. But this is just a great round here from Paper Rex. Even though they lose Devi early, kind of hidden in some tricky spots that catch EG a bit off guard. And I was a little bit worried for Paper Rex. I thought EG might have had a decent read here. There was no movement, there was no rotation from Paper Rex, so if that hit, could have worked. Cleared a little bit more space. Forsaken aware of Comms Lurk, now trying to take control of short A, but with that toxic screen there, doesn't feel like he's going to be comfortable to get much more. I'm just checking to see if there's anybody lurking out there. No, there is not. So now you're going to leave something in the showers. Jing going to be playing a pivot position. Just by Mind Freak under a little bit of pressure here shortly. Smoke going to come down to buy a little bit of time. And Devi waiting for those flashes to come back up to check long B. And let's see if EG wants to try to capitalize on the timing here.
Mind Freak can still buy a hell of a lot of time for them. One more Sky Smoke. He has that Molly. He's got the ult as well. Trying to deny the plant, but yeah, he's just going to send the Molly now, trying to stop anybody from jumping out of hookah. Creep up continues. Giacomo right on the edge of the window.
There.
Pinks trying to set up for the nade. Send it in towards backside. Orbital strike cuts off the advance there from guard, and Forsaken, however, swinging in. One McComb comes up with two.
You need this here if your EG can't get reset.
In behind,
there you go.
Box and is able to finish the job. Now into a 3v3. The TP across.
Oh,
something. Gets the first shot, takes it to Smith, sends out the Lear, backs away towards short. Sees the gun barrel. Swing in, gets himself another one. Boostio now in the back of sight, and he's got his knife out.
Yeah, this is good.
Running for him. He is hungry, but it's going to be Mind Freak who comes away with that kill. You can see that they're starting to get fired up now. Tied at 9-9.
And now we're seeing a pivotal piece of the puzzle for Paper Rex. It is that op for something. And once he gets rolling with this, once he gets these dismisses online, you can see he can work these angles so well on the outside of showers. We've seen this before. We saw this in the Pacific Finals where he gave DRX fits around that corner. Now he's going to be doing it again. And EG Comm still very good, still very strong with those openers into hookah. Really just throwing everything he's got. Just an unbelievable performance he's had here so far today. And now Evil Genius is going to pump the brakes, try to figure out how they want to identify and isolate and eliminate something's op.
Tied up at 9-9 here. Solid first time out, so second one going to be burned from the side of EG. So get ready to go into this low buy. You can see, we see a Stinger, some Sheriffs perhaps coming into this one, but trying to keep
it looks like Falcons just went up 2-1 at Gamers 8.
Around perhaps
bro, they're not even done with the day's stream yet. That's crazy, dog.
They have the orbital
no, it started at 9. That's a long day, bro.
Positions, especially in slower rounds where the breaks are being pumped from the side of Paper Rex.
I guess it is day one, though. To be fair.
Be huge, so
we'll be fair.
Yeah, and I like what you're saying, and I'm really curious how Paper Rex is going to try to slow that down, right? They've got Seekers of their own, potentially a showstopper as well. Jing, look, I've seen him just throw those as soon as he has them. He basically wants to keep cycling ults as much as he can. Of course, if we go to Pearl, you're going to see that in spades. Yeah, quite a bit with that Phoenix. We got to get there first, because right now EG still to me looks quite strong and Forsaken with this judge. You absolute madman.
So getting tucked in the corner here. Does any challenge come through? See the back away. Oh, okay.
Now I know.
No chance at a shot. It's Forsaken just playing in a bit of an awkward position. Stuck between a Viper's wall and a Sky Smoke. Tucked in underneath the box. The watch in case there's going to be that pressure around here by Hookah. Flash not spotting anything. Swing over the corner.
He's got the judge!
Finally swings back to go ahead and take him out. TP out to safety. Forsaken continues to advance forward, looking for a little bit more, but now everybody pivoting over here towards this B site where there's just two players lurking. Devi and Mind Freak to try to slow this one up. Do they expect Devi and guard? And the answer is going to be yes.
Oh my goodness!
Spray. Finds Comm, the creep forward, identifies Forsaken's position.
All right, Demon.
Kill, but it's only going to be a judge recovered. Still a plethora of headhunter bullets, but it's Mind Freak who is out for blood, on the hunt, on the prowl, gets him. And Paper Rex now take the lead, once again up to double digits.
Devi now having a great map. Few struggles on Ascent, 16-14 now. A lot of those heavy hitters for Paper Rex really starting to come online now. Devi, Forsaken, Jing, Mind Freak and even something starting to get into the action. And you can see that EG's identifying this Showers operator early and avoiding it. But now it's shifting over to the long B side. And instead it's going to be a watch for a short A push out, because we've seen Forsaken do that a couple rounds here on their defender side for Paper Rex. And now something trying to gain a lot of space. Saw the elbow.
On the prowl, there's the wide swing. Lucio not spotting him on the first jiggle. Now gets punished. Looks like something's still going to be anticipating some pressure coming out here from long, but as we can see, it's everybody shipping forward now in towards Hookah. Seeker's going to be let loose to buy. Just looking to try to spot.
So you know everyone's up in Hookah then. Not everyone, but basically.
Jumping out over the top, and Avai again lines him up, finds himself a second once more. Mind Freak arrives over towards CT, guns him down. Now it's all on Calm. The spike still stranded, however. Look at the push up.
So EG's offense just sucks on Vine, is what we're saying.
Jumping forward, and he puts him down. Paper X get to 11.
And the change of position here catches EG off guard just enough. Lucio kind of expecting that maybe someone would be pushing that angle, but just overcommits to the jump, and something punishes it. And then immediately great recognition by something, knowing that, EG loves to come at you from different angles, has to watch his back. Let Devi do his thing up front. Then you can fall back. If nobody's pushing you from that angle, you can hold it onto that entrance into the B site with that operator. So really good stuff here from Paper Rex and EG. Now stingers abound. And then Demon One with that headhunter, still catching something with just a splash with that snake bite.
Another one just to try to force him off the angle. Demon One, the only one playing out in that position. Something going to be spotted. They actually send the orbital strike to try to take him down, but he's already made his exit. Sprays through Ching.
Jesus.
Angels into Showstopper, comes up with two. Devi gets Calm as well.
Big YouTube tail value from Jing.
Set up into the corner, swings back through, finds one, the up from Demon One, able to take him out, but now he finds himself in a 1v3. Paper X look to get themselves up to map point.
They're hunting him down. They want to get this op out of his hands.
They certainly do, but looks like Demon One quite ready for it. No, doesn't fully check the angle. Something will get him, will show him, give him some of his own medicine. It's now map point here for Paper X. EG need to run back 3 consecutive rounds to take us into OT, but let's look at that streak of green for PRX. The momentum has been in their hands. 7 straight. It was a gorgeous shutdown from Jing.
And this has been the story of this comp. A lot of times it's actually, you look at it and you think, Reyna, Raze, double duelist, it might be better on the attacker side. A lot of times it's actually better on the defender side. Against DRX, the last couple times they played Bind, it was always better on the defender side. With this Reyna, Raze, Harbor combo, Devi going to be forced back.
Well, Devi again. He's actually looking to play in front of this Sky Smoke.
It's a smart spot because they're not going to be looking at him.
Swings in, Devi shuts it down. And that's going to send the spike, as well as Ethan packing back over towards A.
Because he can back down into that once they turn corner if he misses his first shot.
Making his way towards B, but it looks like the call is going to be coming through. Something says, I've got this angle covered. I've got the operator for Hookah. Go reinforce A. Oh, Lucio, lucky to get away with just that minimal amount of damage taken. Stun in. Push forward. Calm. Just rushing it down. Trying to get himself in here. Close this gap, but Jing!
Oh my goodness.
A 3K as Ethan is the last
Oh, Jing has been popping off.
And Paper X look to push us into a map 3 in flawless fashion.
Especially here on defense, man.
Delaire forward. Ethan wisely not spraying at it. Doesn't want to reveal his position. But now, what do you even do in this scenario? Shorty waiting for you on the opposite side of the wall. Swing back over to the off. Goes on the corner. Mind Freak holding out from heaven. The push comes in. Ethan will shut that down. The follow is not going to be found. There's still so much work to be done. The flash in. Jing swings. Ethan gets the challenge. Finds himself a third.
Shut up.
Suddenly have they overstepped. But with 6 HP, it's just not quite enough. 13 to
Imagine.
9. Paper X rally back on their map. Pick a bind. And they take us the distance once again.
And the first thing that comes to my mind is Phoenix versus Yoru. Are we going to get it? The fans went nuts when Pearl came up during the map draft, and now we get to see it. We get to see such an iconic map for both of these teams. They're absolutely insane. I can't wait.
It was a 13-6 in EG's favor the last time they played on Pearl. We'll see if that script is going to be rewritten, but it all comes down to 1. Final map to determine who is going to the grand finals. First, we're going to take a break. We're going to the analyst desk, break down the action from Bind, so do not go anywhere.
All right, so we've got us a couple minutes here. We're going to Bind. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go throw something in the microwave. Oh, very well rested. I slept like a champ last night, Chan. I'll tell you what. All right. Back to it. There, do a quick breakdown. Let's see if update on the Falcons game. There is not.
And we're going to map 3, but don't forget, guys, you don't want to miss out on any of the action throughout Champions by downloading Riot Mobile. You can receive alerts when your favorite teams hit the stage, catch live tournament streams, check on the scores, and you can also stay spoiler-free if you're catching up on what you missed. There's a brand new update out today, and now you'll be able to check on your own match history. Riot Mobile is available in the App Store and Google Play. Use the QR code and have a good time. But welcome back, everyone, to Champions Los Angeles here as we are being pushed to a map 3. And oh boy, am I so happy about this, because Paper Thin and Achilleo said it on the cast, right? When Pearl
Looks
came
like
up,
Fury is about to beat
people
Team
were cheering,
Falcons.
people were excited. They wanted to see a clash in the underwater city, and that's exactly what we're going to get.
To wrap up day 1 of
about, right?
Gamers 8, that's crazy.
We may have the Yoru, we may have the Phoenix, we may have all of this silliness going down on Pro, but I think to think about Bind in particular, I was really impressed with the tenacity that PaperX showed.
I think they just rolled them on the defense half as well.
That
Their
helps.
defensive utility is so good. They're throwing it all at the right times. Mindfreak is breaking them up with the Molly and with his ultimate. and then you've also got Jing flying around the map, having value. It looks like an excellent defensive half where they have tons of good ideas.
Yeah, and for EG, it does seem like they ran out of ideas a little bit. It was constantly these like defaulting into these late round B hits that were constantly being shut down. This comp that PaperX runs with that harbor, with that brim, you just have so much stall to shut down these executes. And their players like Jing and Devaya are really willing to fight forward while those execs are happening and find weird little positions to take out the initial players, normally dodge mode, diving in.
Look at how good this is. They've got a Cove backside to keep them safe so that they don't have to give up backside control. They have a molly that goes down really early underneath hookah. They have a brim ult that goes over towards long, and then they've got sky nades. All of this stops the B hit from coming through and funnels them into something's operator, which is holding over towards showers. It looked impossible for EG to be able to find openings just by running these.
Hey, Falcons with a goal with 5 seconds left.
And to be able to fight for picks and fight for map control. And PaperX just weren't giving
Ties
them any
things up, going to overtime.
So forcing them to go 5-man site hits, which they just crushed.
And that was exactly what they wanted, right? If you're going to continue to try to funnel out as 5 through hookah or something like that, some of the utility you're just referring to, there's no way out.
Yeah.
Right? So you can tell it just felt like they were hitting a brick wall towards the end of the map, and they just kind of fell apart. It also helps.
Suffocating.
But it also helps that something just turned on. And
that's true. Yeah, that is true. And I'm glad you actually brought that up, because at the beginning, we were a little concerned of whether or not something was going to be showing up in this game. And Mimi, that's exactly what they ended up getting. And granted, it came off of some really great team play from across the board. But the fact that something was ready and prepared really showed that he did the job that he needed to do.
I mean, this is a terrible start from something. He was 1-10 in the first half playing Reyna. I mean, he's like average ranked Reyna that he's inspiring in that moment. But the second half, he starts knifing people in the back. He gets this operator out. And as well, when players were being funneled away from the B site, he was the guy on A, shutting down with that weapon. So it was a great rally for something. And I think now heading into Pearl, where he plays on the jet, where a lot of the comp, again, is built around enabling him, having him in this form is a great sign for PaperX.
Yeah, I mean, the other great sign for PaperX is that his partner in crime, Jing, is going bonkers. He's up at the top of the scoreboard playing the Rays. He's going to be playing Phoenix almost assuredly in the next map, and we've already seen him have excellent form with how he's playing.
The Phoenix Yoru should be pretty good to
yeah, when I talked to Jing, he just said that, hey, slotting in with this new second duelist, this new duo, it was no worries. Like, they just fit together instantly. And you're seeing it here on the server. When one player is struggling, be that Jing, be that something, the other is always stepping up, holding some of that burden. That's the reason why PaperX is so strong, because there's always that player that can come out and give you the all-star performance.
Yeah, I mean, we've barely talked about Forsaken. We've barely talked about Mindfreak. Like, any of them can do it. Any of them can pop off.
And both of those players were amazing, especially on map 1, actually, too, where Mindfreak went nuts. I'm a bit concerned, though, for EG. I think their best chance of winning this game was in a 2-0 fashion. I think going to Pearl, their Yoru comp looked amazing on Pearl, but I'm concerned how often you can bring that out. Like, to me, that's a bit cheesy. It works. It's great. But I think, especially for a PaperX that know Yoru, that play with Yoru all the time with Forsaken, I think they're going to have ideas for how to beat that. And going up against the Jet Phoenix composition, where PaperX are consistently innovating with that comp, I think it's going to be tough.
I think what is strong about EG, though, is that they've shown us multiple comps that they look excellent on Pearl. They already were playing the more default composition with the Sova, with the Astra that everyone normally plays. So I actually think them playing this Yoru comp might make it a little bit harder to prep against them, because there is that possibility they switch back. They can change style against PaperX, especially with this little like 2-day break between the playoffs and now the finals weekend here.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think that EG have shown that they have a lot of layers, right? It's a team that defines themselves on their game plan and what they bring to the table going into each of these matches here. But you know what? I can't help but feel like when you go to Pearl, you're probably going to get punched in the face by Jing's Phoenix.
Yeah.
It was just too good, man.
But EG haven't either. This tournament, and they've
but
run
it
2 comps.
I
think we really should be cautious about how we're underselling EG's performance on Pearl.
Well, absolutely.
I think
EG still played amazing.
Yeah, and I think they've shown variety in comps, as Mimi was saying. They've shown they can do it the traditional way. They've shown they can do it with Yoru. I don't know that it's as heavy of a lean as we've been saying.
I don't know if anyone's underselling. It's just that PaperX have not lost. They played Phoenix Jet. Their 2 best players are in peak form right now. Like, this is, I think, the best map that PaperX has shown this tournament thus far.
What a fun way, though, to end this series.
Oh, for sure.
And send somebody to the grand finals, having what we were expecting to be a Yoru
Right,
versus
Team Falcons
Phoenix
beat Furia.
showdown on Pearl.
I want to ask
Wouldn't
a
have it
question,
any other way.
I want to ask a question, though. Is it considered, like, when they busted out the Phoenix, I'm sure everyone in Pacific was like, what is this gimmick comp? You
I
know?
mean, Cloud9 were running it, too.
Yeah,
exactly.
At the
A lot
beginning of
people have
America.
weren't.
Can we say that, like, how
It's not a
long
gimmick.
do we say the same
No,
thing about
It's
Yoru?
not a gimmick. It's
I actually don't
Yoru's
think.
sure.
I don't think
That's what I'm
Yoru's.
asking.
I don't think Yoru's that much of a gimmick either. I think it's just about finding more creative ideas, right?
Yes.
And I think that's something that
And,
PaperX
like, what
excel
works
at
for
because
you,
they're
right?
constantly innovating. And with EG, we don't actually know how deep the strat book goes yet with this comp because we've only seen them run it once.
I want to quote a good friend of mine, Brennan, when he said, "You get shot, you die." And my thought is that around Valorant, if
What
your
a
team
poet.
is good
What a
enough,
poet.
if you have a composition that you have a solid idea behind, that you
Yeah.
execute well,
Yeah.
you can make anything work. I think PaperX is the #1 prover of that point, and EG is definitely the team who has shown the ability to do so as well. And I think both these teams actually have really well fleshed out ideas around these comps.
That is the most insightful thing that Bren has said in our many years.
It'll be
of
his
friendship.
legacy.
Very true. It'll be his legacy.
Now, also, though, Ethan has not had, I think, the spectacular performance in this
Agreed.
match yet
Yeah.
that we've seen from him the rest of the time throughout Champions.
No, but Ethan has looked.
This
I mean,
is his moment to step up on a different
has it been
role.
because he
He's been
hasn't, or
purely
is it just because
supportive over the
Calm
course of
has
Champs,
been so
apart
pop
from when he
offy?
plays the Yoru? And
More
then
than
he
usual.
takes things into his own hands, finds his own
More-
timings,
what?
makes his own
Yeah.
plays. And I think this is his
Well,
chance
more than usual.
to lock the Yoru and step up and take his team to the grand finals.
I don't know. I really like how Ethan plays the Yoru in particular too, because yeah, there's the duelist element to it, but he also kind of serves as like a drone. Right, he's getting so much info when he's ulting in. He's getting value. They're pinging out on the minimap. They're hitting execs off of it too.
All right,
I mean,
agent
he's an
select.
initiator, really. They're combining
There we
darts with his
go.
Yoru Flash. When they're playing this composition, he's the fastest rotator. He's giving them information. He's just really doing
Map
the same
3
role
of
he does
Pearl.
on
Let me
KO,
go
just
grab
with the
my,
gimmick of the Yoru in the mix, which I think is awesome.
dinner
and in the
here,
Prime
real
Gaming
quick
Agents, like,
chat.
we are getting a shot at the grand finals between a Yoru and Phoenix.
What a
it's
year.
beautiful.
Forsaken might win this game by telling the rest of his team how to beat Yoru. You might not even know it's happening from him just on Killjoy. Forsaken might win this game and send them to the grand finals just by his mouth alone. He doesn't even need to shoot at people.
Just set up utility and then just calm the whole time.
Yeah, guys, they're gonna do this. They're gonna go here. They're gonna use the TP in this way.
Talk of calm, though, that guy has been ridiculous thus far this series. He's back on the Sova. He's so good on this role. And, well, the Yoru is the thing that catches your eye. It's really, I think, the combination of him and Ethan that make this comp work.
I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. Well, folks, this is it. Win and you move to the grand finals. Lose and it's a trip to the lower bracket. But let's see how the chips fall on this one. Let's go ahead and make some noise for Map 3 as we send it back over to Achilles and Paper Thin.
All righty, thank you very much, GP, as well as the rest of the desk for setting the stage for this epic clash here on Pearl. As soon as we saw the draft, we knew it was going to happen. That Yoru versus the Phoenix, something that we do not see in a Blue Moon. But I have to side with Sideshow on this one. Perhaps Forsaken will have the read, because you're taking a Yoru against the progenitors of this pick, the guys who made this look viable.
Absolutely. I mean, this is going to be really interesting, but from what I've seen from
All right, in this first round, let's go.
Is so clean and well thought out. As we get ready to go into what may be, for me, the most anticipated map of the most anticipated matchup between two teams. The Yoru and the Phoenix coming at you.
All right, let's
the
go.
barriers are going to go down for them. Let's make some noise for the start of this final map. PaperX first here on the attack, just rushing forward, looking to push the pace once again.
They already checked that corner. Going to use this blaze a lot to cut down into alley. Oh, Ethan.
Runs him down. Suddenly taking so much damage there from that entry. As Lucio swinging on the corner, spots them all. Flash, but now they suddenly manage to stabilize, find that kill, but Ethan comes up with the second one. Forsaken going to be taken down. Damage across here on the Jing, sends that hot hands right at his feet. Keep himself protected, get himself healed up. As the spike gets planted, a 3v4 to try to defend here from the side of PaperX.
You got one flash left for Jing. Device is on cooldown. Oh, there it goes.
Jing taken out. To the ready, Demon 1. Dashing forward, Ethan, a bit of contact here. Gets tagged up. Ethan trying to stay safe, spam across, that does interrupt that spike defuse. Mind Freak swinging on that pillar, managing to find another one. They're both quite so low. Ethan not quite falling. Mind Freak trying to hold it all down. 10 HP versus 2, Ethan!
Wow.
Comes up with the 4K, but the time dwindling.
No, he's fine.
Just about have this one in the bag. It's going to be so very
Right?
narrow though, but yeah, just over a second remaining. Barely any health, 2 HP, the difference maker. The reload costing them, and Paper X dropping yet another pistol. 4-1 in that regard. EG way out in front.
And you can see the preparation with both of these teams. So EG's kind of looking for some mid-aggression. Last time around on their pistol on their attacker side, Paper X put a lot of pressure into mid. And Paper X immediately checking for that Yoru around that corner, in that cubby by the pillar. On their entry in, because that is where Ethan had set up. And then a lot of times he's gonna post himself in that cubby next to the pillar, send his TP all the way across the map. Look at the top, look at the north side of the mini map. He sends it all the way to the overside. This gives him so much ability to rotate, but they're just gonna try to pressure him. He's gonna get taken down.
Yeah, does get taken out. And the fourth by coming in from the side of Paper X, looking to try to catch them off guard, but now they are very well aware of this. Bustio back behind the screen. It's the heavy rotations coming through. Now pushing up here onto the side. Paper X is allowing for EG to go ahead and reinforce this position.
I love this rotate. See if you can sell a little bit of false info here. Send Forsaken out to watch for these lurks.
The dart from Calm, though, could give everything up. He's situated here on the high ground with that Bulldog, and he can deal a hefty amount of damage with it. Bustio still standing, means that turret set up over at mid link. Would spot out Forsaken. He's just going on a merry little walkabout.
And this is something Paper X loves to do. They love to push sewers. They love to
Oh, so tomorrow does start at 7.
through your flanks, try to cut through your back lines.
Smoke up, hot hands.
Okay.
Corner of balls, dart. Trying to reveal anybody who's moving up here into the side, but no one's going to be spotted. With 29 seconds remaining, they're going to actually go on this swing, but Forsaken ends up getting caught outside of water. And now they have to commit to this one. Where did they decide to go? Looks like it's still going to be over towards the A site. Which right now, Demon 1 is going to be looking to hold down with this Bulldog. And losing this round already, the amount of people that they lost, this could be devastating for the side of Paper X, given that they forced up into this one. The push forward, gets the thing across, holding on the corner is Jogamo, and it all comes tumbling down. Ethan will be the only casualty here on the side of EG as they move up now 2-0.
Just so well handled here by EG. Yeah, Paper X, again, doing their homework. Clearing out that position of Ethan that I was talking about in that cubby. And that's a real pain point for teams trying to deal with this Yoru because it opens up such easy rotation, so much flexibility on the map. That's not even getting into the layers that this Yoru offers for this EG squad. The way that they're able to combo their utility hasn't come into play. But now already the dimensional drift is available for Ethan. A lot of times he'll save it for post plants. He's very patient with it. Playing contact in art. Has to be weaker by here. Ethan under pressure, going to be scooting on back.
That's just going to be the gate crash out. Self-protected. Star set up. Nebula comes through, shock dart into the corner. Something taking a bit of damage from that one as they just go ahead. They start W King forward. Jink finding one, pushes up into the smoke. Jogamo shuts him down. Takes a little bit of damage in reply, however. See the double corral out now into a main. Ethan as well as Jogamo. Just looking to try to get a pinch scenario set up in case the plant does come down here, but Paper X are potentially thinking about exploring elsewhere, but Ethan, having built up that dimensional drift very quickly, he's gonna go exploring, see what he can spot, but he actually didn't rush through into art, so he might not see much.
Back in the spawn, yeah, he didn't see really much, so they either have to assume this is
I'm alive basically anytime I'm not sleeping or at the gym.
Jogamo are anticipating
a
re-hit towards A.
Tomorrow starts at 7 morning.
30 seconds.
Runs up until this starts at 3.
EG's pretty aware. Still a flash for Ethan in the pocket.
And Jogamo trying to creep up, gets spotted, but can't quite get the timing there to get the punch onto the buy. Now needs to try to stand tall, but he cannot. Ethan on the flank shuts him down, and that is going to be a big conversion here from the side of EG, moving up 3-0.
So where does that put us on the potential of being able to stop and get?
It's just so valuable the way that Ethan plays this. Because not only can he rotate, but in moments like this, he can get info that's so valuable, then use that gate crash to get back into a pivot position, a position where you can slide to either A or B there from that spawn.
I mean,
to help out wherever they think that Paper X is going. And again, him and Jogamo read it perfectly. Right back to A. They work that angle around the box on A site so well there. Make it so difficult for Paper X to get anything going. And now Jing already run it back. going to be found here in the 4th round. This one starting to feel important. Demon 1 with that operator over at Long B. Let's see if Paper Rex can find a way to deal with it.
Do they expect it? Granted, they should. Just given the amount of money has been built up after those 3 rounds coming through. Back isn't able to. Oh, Ethan!
Wow.
This gets a timing shot. The flash comes in, just catching something in the head. Jing on to the corner. Jing going to be able to walk away from that one, but now they know that the op is in play.
Just clearing some utility, trying to limit the amount of information that EG can have. Still a lot of space being gained here for Paper Rex. A lot of control over mid. A main not really being contested. A lot of times you're going to see Paper Rex fight over this A main side, of course, to get orbs into Jing's hands for those run it backs. But he's still got the run it back, so this time around, I'm going to put a little bit of pressure towards A. But now this might be a bit of an easier sight take here for Paper Rex. Devi's going to grab the orb, get the secret.
Joke's over. You're dead. I've got your trail.
Running back, going to be popped.
Right there.
Rushing forward, Jogamo hiding right here on the wall. Shut that down. Bit of an info gain, but value found. Mind Freak will be able to take him out, however.
30 seconds left.
Bringing us now into a 4v4. Cosmic Divide going to be set up. Change the plant spot. Interrupting that, delaying it for a little bit longer. Jing now. Second round, they're actually trying to hold forward. Catches Boostio on the rotation. Tucks back into water.
Now where do they go?
Press over by Art.
That's Forsaken's favorite play on this map. Com's going to try to counter him, coming from Sewer.
Technically makes it a 3-on-2 on site, but you need to move. Or no, it's 4. Never mind. Well, not for long. Now it's gonna be 3-on-3.
Coming away with that elimination. The site emptied.
I was gonna say I should let them know that everything's over on main side.
Flash at the ready. Tries to send it down. Will land at his feet. Demon 1 wanting to hold this up to half. Takes the updraft out, but low HP for him as well as Ethan. They need Com to really deliver. They need these kills to be found. Jing, however, cutting down one. Divide getting the other. Ethan trying to push forward. Will eventually fall. The round will go the way of Paper Rex, but it's only Mind Freak left standing, and he can't even hold the gun.
So costly there for Paper Rex. EG so diligent on these retakes. And this time around, Paper Rex is going to say, okay, even though we get around, definitely need to readjust and rethink how we're going to be approaching this setup. Jing here, great job off the back of that grab well. Gets some big kills, Devi stepping in. Just barely. Mind Freak, who had gotten dinged up on the entry to that site, able to find the kill. Just barely. Already another dimensional drift for Ethan.
He's got another one up. I mean,
jeez.
The guy is 10-2-1, and we were talking about how it was a bit of an off-kilter performance from him, especially on the first map. Started running it back in some really crucial rounds at the end of Ascent. A bit more consistent.
Bro, tomorrow's gonna be a 10-hour day for
on
Gamers
side
8.
of
That's crazy.
But now he is just
We're not gonna be able to watch all of it.
with this Yoru.
Like that's what's planned.
The theory of Forsaken being able to counteract it by just speaking to his team
crazy.
and telling them how the setups are going to be coming through has not really been coming to fruition. So timeout called. Alex looking to try to turn things around. The earliest timeout that we've seen so far here in this set.
Yeah, and I think you're seeing some of the ideas from Paper Rex to dodge Ethan's utility in that they're playing deep post plants a lot. They don't really want to scrap because of that. You know, it's the recon dart into the flashes. Sometimes a Nova Pulse comes in from Jogamo to really set up these retakes for EG that completely befuddle teams. It gives them all the information, the flashes are connecting, and all of a sudden they've cut down 2 or 3 players just off a couple pieces of utility. And the timing has been so brilliant between Ethan and Com throughout these hurls that they have shown with this Yoru.
Flash over the top. Jogamo just going to be backing away. Grab well set up again. Very known play here from the side of Paper Rex, something that EG should be very well prepped for, or eventually going to be taken.
Yeah, and with the Phoenix, the cool part about it is not only, you know, a lot of people are going to think about the curveballs to go around that angle, but you can actually use the hot hands to shut down the door on the other side of that B. And so there's a lot that Phoenix can do even individually to help himself on this map get those orbs. And now Com potentially under pressure here. There's a bunch of Paper Rex. It's going to be flooding in. A fake towards Art. He knows.
Trailblazer out trying to lead the way. Dimensional drift.
Oh boy!
Avoiding that one. He's just spotting him. Flash held, sends it. Just backing away. Wants to get himself into a safe enough position that he can exit. Does so.
Do they know about Mind Freak on long though?
I love this change of direction here from Paper Rex. They recognize that the forces of EG are going to be really, really strong. So it's a good rotate. Turret's going to give away a little bit of info here. And already Calm making his way through towards sewers.
He's going to be nearby. Flash in the back. Minor blind. Even one going to be able to take out Mind Freak here. Rex losing out on a member very early on. Plant now coming in. On the ground, they're trying to exit out to some safe positions as Busio runs away in dugout, falling low. Shot through. I think that actually hit Forsaken down to 48.
He's got the Cosmic Divide now.
Well divided.
Do they read that Forsaken is going to be this far forward here on the side? He guns down one. Now they're very well aware of it, but Calm still. Forsaken gets himself a third.
Forsaken got a triple.
Here from him. Out of the corner, the tuck back in behind the wall. Juggalo pushing forward, just trying to get the quick kill here. Tapping on the spike. Such a rough position to be put in. They use the wall against them. That is going to be Paper Rex now moving up 2-3.
And Forsaken is so good on this map. The way that he just reads the plays and gets ahead of it for Paper Rex is so, so smart. Just pushes this angle. Calm just not quite ready. There's a little bit of miscommunication on the other side of it as well. And that last bullet from Forsaken was nuts. The pace that he plays at is incredible.
And that's a death that you just do not see coming whatsoever. Got the pick, but now within touching distance, one round separating the two squads. Let it by. Knives out here from Demon 1. Rushing forward, there's the flash, and he's just got to dash away. There's that line of sight. Updrafts once again, wants to try to re-aggress, but everybody from Paper X is pulling away from this position, and they're rushing their way towards B, which right now is not reinforced whatsoever. It's like a gate crash not in position either, so Ethan can't try to get there a little bit faster.
Now Forsaken can play off that mid turret if anybody were to try to push that direction, but instead it's just a full rotate.
It's full steam ahead.
Yep.
Busio nearby. That Sheriff can find some value. They might be able to yet swing this round.
Gate crash though.
Just underneath of something. But here it notes it, destroys it. Spray across 5v5 now. The advantage so very much here in the hands of Paper Rex. EG looking to try to turn the tides. Hot hands to cut off the one access point. It's going to be Jogamo getting taken down. Something guns out Ethan. String falls. Demon 1, however, with the blades, managing to find a kill. Puts them to use, gets that reset. Something tucked away. A weapon recovered. Tap onto the spike. Forsaken spamming. Finding one. Swings in. Demon 1 taken down. So 2 members lost, but the round win is there, and Paper Rex now tie it up at 3-3.
Some great mid-rounding in a very on-Paper Rex round. A lot of times you might see them just try to fight over that A main orb, but I love that they back off of this. They give the respect to Demon 1. They know what he's capable of with that. They go to the other side, and again, they dodge a lot of this utility. Again, the recon into the Yoru flash is completely missed. The gate crash dealt with by something. So far in these last couple of rounds, Paper Rex has started to get their heads together. They've got their feet underneath.
All right, EG, you gotta stop the bleeding here, because
on how EG wants to do this.
who's this round?
Out some B site swarm grenades. Run it back here for Jing.
Same old.
Lose your lead. I only lose your lead to give them the lead.
Can't finish them off, but down to 70 HP.
I think it resets their ego again, right?
Now they pump the brakes. Jing gonna go back, recover the spike.
Here.
That one forward.
No.
Set up so Ethan a little bit more free to try to explore the opposite side of the map, but just go ahead and join back in rather quickly. Full flash into something's face, just trying to play elusively. Up drafts, Thundersphere across, finds Forsaken for a single tap, something gonna be taken down. Follow-up hit, Jing down to 70. Hot hands available if he wants to try to heal himself up. The lockdown clears them all the way back into their own spawn.
Look at where
They were just reset, right?
they're letting him know. We know you like to go there.
Hands in, recon, not cleared fast enough. Jing does get pinged, but Forsaken swinging forward. Manages to get the timing across on a comp. Finds Jogamo as well to boot. A 2v3, however, the man advantage still going to be in the hands. Defy tries to play off the back of his own flash. Ends up getting gunned down, but
Mind Freak! Not like, bro, that was, oh my god.
Unreal! Mind Freak has been put in that spot.
Wow.
A couple times here so far at Champions.
That was insane.
And this is the first time he's come through with it. And what a moment
Watch
to do
this,
it for
just
Paper Rex.
tap.
Unbelievable.
I mean, vulnerable be damned. He didn't need it. They're all headshots.
Ridiculous.
Clean adjustments, knew where the swing was going to be coming in from. What a shutdown of here from Mind Freak, stealing the round away.
All right, it's a tough round for EG. We got to bounce back here.
A lot of good things done by EG in that round. They handled that retake so well. Able to just dissect Paper Rex piece by piece. This is the thing about this Paper Rex team. Top to bottom, they are cracked. The blades are in the back pocket for something as well.
Hot hands lineup actually out for Jing. Ball does come up as well as something swinging around the back, finds one, adjusts down, catches Ethan, up drops up here, up on top. Just putting the fear of God there in the calm.
You know that short.
You don't know where I'm at. The calm pushing forward, does manage to find time to be able to pick up a kill on the divide. But they know exactly where Demon 1 is at. Headshot through the wall, weapon recovered. Chance at some additional damage dealt here as he's just going to be dashing away.
Okay, so you got a Vandal.
Around. And towards B main. Can he find more value? Can he potentially replicate what we just saw from Mindfreak? A 1v3 clutch to try to save this.
And here is Paper Rex. You got to be thinking, you know, okay, if he gets it, that's fine. But you don't mind sacrificing a few bodies. If you look at Mindfreak's bank account, they're willing to throw a few bodies at this to try to make sure this gun doesn't get through, and that's beautiful for Mindfreak. So well done.
They don't have to, though. I mean, they have some pretty good crosses once they push far enough up in that middle area.
Now 5-3. Starting to find their footing once again here. Now we'll get another purchase coming in, and EG going to be burning the time
Once
out.
the defense was able to push this far up
and I think this is
and Link,
obviously rightly so.
they knew he had to have been coming down long,
And like I said, they've kind of gotten
which
a
just
read
makes
on
it
this.
so easy.
They're able to really push and pull the map and kind of even dodge some of what I thought might be a problem for Paper Rex is those gate crashes. It seems like they're doing a really good job of kind of keeping track of that timing. And who knows, maybe that's, you know, what Sideshow was talking about on the desk with Forsaken being able to kind of relay, hey guys, the cooldown, I think it's about 45 seconds or something like that on the gate crash. But just making sure that they're kind of very mentally aware of these timings, even though still has yet another dimensional drift. This is third one, 15 and 6. Absolutely nuts. Plushies are adorable, yes.
It's still been a very impactful performance here from him. Unfortunately, not enough to keep them in that lead that they had initially. You see Pustio, the leader of this squad, struggling to find himself on the board, 0-6-2 with this Killjoy. Let's see if this could be the turning point round right now, as the players can fan back out.
And I'm curious to see what they go with for this setup. I'm seeing some danger pings out on the B site for the side of Paper Rex.
Need that back.
And it looks like, yeah, we're going to see that gate crash from Ethan all the way to the other side of the map. He's going to tuck himself into that cubby. Something, Blade Storm, no op yet. Mindfreak be sitting on a Cosmic Divide. Essentially the post plan, just play for an orb.
Yep, here we go again. Commit the curveball, get the orb, get closer to that next run it back. One more to go. Something
Oh, poor Pioneers had to play against Fury at first.
Still comes through, exits with 70.
Now let's see if Paper Rex should realize they might be able to take advantage of this open space. You know, Ethan all the way over using that dimensional drift on the other side of the map even. There's an opportunity here with this Cosmic Divide to at least get a plant down, possibly set up for a post plant for Paper Rex. Calm is here to kind of potentially do some damage with those shock darts, and you can see a little bit of a more open plant for Paper Rex because of that.
Call it the Neo default right here into the open. Single Nano Swarm set up here. Trying to fend it. Hot hand still from Jing is available. CG now arrived at the side, but Ethan going to be the first one to fall. Forsaken finding the opening elimination. Shock dart down, just trying to clear out that util. So now Nano going to be taken away from them. Running back, still going to be held in the back pocket here for the side of Jing, and now he's going to start pushing forward. They clear him out, just a spray through the smoke, gets him up the spike.
Sorry, champ, saving a few things so I'm good for tomorrow morning. Making sure I'm good.
Over to the Sheriff, ends up getting snapped back, but Demon 1 all on his lonesome with 49 HP. Spots one, gets
Bam.
the headshot, knows that Mindfreak's up front or in the back, and Devi is
PRX has now won, what, 6 in a row?
Corner, takes
Is that
it out.
right?
6 rounds now established for Paper Rex as Devi will go down to the spike.
At least there wasn't an op in his hands this time.
True.
Something now going to have the funds for that operator. This guy can make magic happen on the attacker's side. Shorty in the back pocket, I am sure. Blade Storm as well to back it up. Forsaken, one away from a lockdown. Couple big ultimates though. Boostio also one away from his lockdown. Jugamo one away from that Cosmic Divide. Blades for Demon 1. So it has to be an eco here for the side of EG. And they're just going to try to go for a mid crunch. And they're just going to leave Mindfreak behind to watch this flank. Right in shops. Something. He's going to be looking. See if anyone's going to try to contest him.
Lockdown now available. Freebie pick up there for Forsaken. He's just going to use it right off the rip.
Remind me, Pearl got to pick side, right?
Corner, not gonna be
No,
noticed by that
EG
alarm
picked
bot.
side.
You can see that Busio was not looking to play off the back of it. Going to advance
Right?
forward. Mindfreak just trying to creep away. Knives out. Demon 1. Initial contact, managing to find one. Will get detained, but there's no way to punish him. In the meantime, going to be taken out as Comp comes swinging out over the top. It's a falling. Forsaken guns down 2. Jogamo answering back. Now to buy. Finding another, just keeping them in disadvantage. Demon 1 needs to go demon mode. Finds himself a second. Gets in onto the spike, a quick tap, the up shot, not going to be connecting. Something now pulling out blades of his own. Wants to try to push up against the wall, but Demon 1 takes the fight to him. Guns him down. Jogamo now holding onto this one as Demon 1 is keeping Mindfreak busy. He's on his lonesome. He's chasing around the back, and they're just running out of time. A monstrous round here from Demon 1 to get the MasterCard Thrifty.
Big Thrifty, big Thrifty. Come on, EG.
Up to 4.
So beautifully
Bring us up to
played
tie
by
as a
Demon
6.
1 here. He's going to get the op as the cherry on top for that just stellar blade storm. He is just isolating players from Paper Rex and picking them off one by one and then anticipating the push-up from something there. Gets the right click and takes him down. Huge round now as EG able to stabilize, able to find some footing off a MasterCard Thrifty. And we are game back on. Demon 1 now. Gonna be trying to watch mid with this operator.
Ooh, so close. Gonna be pushing up into Link. There's no one there. There's no turret. The full Killjoy setup is ready for aim main as well as Art. Hot hands down. Pop flash around the corner. Swarm in as well just to try to flush Jogamo out of position. And it does so. Demon 1, does he want to re-aggress? Now that is alarm bot there on the corner, so he can't really push up as far as he would like.
Now it should kind of give him the read. You know, he's going to maybe clear this alarm bot, but that somebody's not super likely to push up off of it. But it's going to alert Paper Rex to the presence of that op. Are they going to be able to have the utility to clear this? Seekers are out.
Seekers come out. Well, maybe Demon will take the shot to try to clear them all out in one go. Lockdown as well, going to be used, just trying to force him away, make this site completely unassailable. Demon 1 creeping forward, getting tagged down to 29 HP.
What is Jin doing?
Narrowly makes his way out of there, but I mean, they pushed forward here to try to get the plant down and nearly end up getting detained.
Oh my god.
They waited out, flashing to the back, but Demon 1 still.
All right, come on, EG.
Jing going to be taken out. The spike now.
Come on, EG.
Lucio finds Forsaken. Recovered by Devi. Could try to make his exit, but with 20 seconds remaining, they actually basically just have to commit to this site. Demon continuing to hold the angle. They force him back, but they still don't get the punish.
Oh, Lucio!
Swinging out of the smoke.
Damn.
Still somehow comes away with the kill, and there's something.
10 seconds left.
He gets 3 to keep him alive, and Demon 1. He
Let's
falls
go,
low, but
boys.
He stands tall until the end. And EG continue to fight back now, potentially tying it up at 6 to 6 at the half.
And I think
Got all
just
those
a little bit
assets
too much
saved
WK
for
Gaming here from Paper Rex. As brilliant as they've
stuff
been
tomorrow.
on this attacker side, as powerful as they can be, once Demon 1 has that op, once that lockdown comes in, they're all just kind of funneled into one angle. And even if you try to flash them out, Demon 1, we've already seen it a couple times today, that he's still able to find those timings, find those shots. So I would have liked to have seen maybe Paper Rex kind of pull back off of it. I kind of have a feeling Alex might too.
We don't need audio for that one.
Nope. You don't need to be a lip reader either.
A double operator setup here for EG. Boostio keeping one here on this A site now. They're very well aware of it.
And an Odin for Calm as well. Here on the back to spam through these walls to really deny these plants.
Last round of the half, buy down. There's the entry for something, dashing forward. Nano swarms, however, taking him low, and Boostio with the spray will also find a kill. Jing answering back, however, with one of his own, but now Ethan joining into the fight. Helps get rid of Forsaken. Killjoy eliminated. The swing into dugout. Jing unable to come up with the goods. Ends up falling. It's a back and forth, but one that widely. EG were winning, but with that kill here from Mindfreak, brings it back somewhat into parity. Nasty to the side, Ethan trying to break his wrist, trying to play him and catch him off guard, but he cannot. And Jogamo wins out the
tied
Astra
up at
1v1
baby.
to
Couldn't
tie it
ask
up
for it being
6
the
to
other
6
way.
here in map 3.
And again, Paper Rex just kind of beating their head against the wall here in these last couple of rounds on the A site. And it doesn't fool EG at all. They're able to commit their resources to this. That Odin spam, The crossfire angle set up, just really shutting this down. Reading this round so well. And Ethan almost gets away with the backstab there, but somehow Mindfreak's able to respond to that. And Ethan having just an unbelievable half on this Yoru. Just brilliant stuff.
Well, earlier we were able to speak with Forsaken about the win that got PaperX into this upper final, as well as facing off against EG once again.
Loudless just destroying us on split a lot. But general, I think we're kind of like play so scared on that map because we don't like used to split. But I would say for our playstyle, it's not only with W gaming, but we also play with their mind, which is sometimes we can like we do fake or whatever. So it's not only like W gaming and stuff. We have Jing, something, Davai, Mindfreak, and Forsaken in the team, which is this all player is really good at aiming. So yeah.
Forms a snake bite, all hidden, near-sighted, and away with PaperX seeking it as well. They don't want to give up this space. They want to be jumping straight into them. Davai! It's an absolute menace!
I think for EG, they're more like structured team, which is they play like playbook, you know, like strategy, combine utility. I think they're really a good team as well. Yeah, I mean, for PaperX, I think for expectation, we don't really expect that much since like we like just play like for fun, you know, as usual. But coming into champion, I would say we have a little bit expectation because literally this is our last chance to like win the trophy to bring PaperX become #1. And I'm really excited to play.
Play for now as we go into this second half here of this final map between these two squads. PaperX desperately trying to get themselves some revenge after the loss over at Masters Tokyo. EG, a decent little run back, those 3 rounds strung together on the very end to bring this into parity, a 6 and 6.5. And they have been quite strong when it comes down to these pistols. EG, can they get themselves a 5th?
Really interested about this. Last time it was a 4-man push towards B on their pistol round, and they'll leave Jogamo in shops. Just kind of watch their flanks, but this time they're expecting this mid push out. This turret from Boostio should give them some info, and that gives PaperX a moment of pause. This gate crash set up towards the back of A main there. In fact, that's going to be canceled.
Got forward, now he's kind of in a committed position. He does indeed, finds the buy, something as well, going to be taken down.
Boostio gets 2.
Boostio comes up with a second, Jogamo with the covering fire. Finishes off Jing. Now it's just Forsaken left standing. Jogamo
get you your plant money.
The wraparound approach. Let's see, he's going to pull away from this angle, rotate back across, maybe go through Art.
Now you hunt down the last person.
Try to get a pistol in this position. Surely he can. It just feels so impossible given the setup, given how many people are alive and they are all healthy.
And they're shock darts.
It's a good first headshot. Star now, set up late, grab well instantly, just buying some time. The drone as well, going to be leading forward. Let's see, maybe a bit of a tempo push here. Spots one on the side, gets the snappy headshot. The flank coming in. He knows that it's going to be there, and he finds that kill, but now I would have to stick for it, and certainly he just got It's a 4K from Forsaken, but it's a round win, another pistol. Their 5th of this series going to EG as they once again take the lead. A casual sip of the cup there as Forsaken says, yeah, I did what I could, but it's not good enough.
Sure, damage done, but you got to be careful here as PaperX. You can see some marshals floating in the mix, and something can be quite devastating at long B on that, but use that turret pressure to gain space into mid.
You also hear with me, chat? Looks like
push
it.
into Art to really catch PaperX off balance, get a bunch of big kills, make that a very winnable round. I think EG should be wise to this.
Drone cleared. Does get that shot across in the comm, puts him down to 49. Crash should be noted. Swinging in behind him, but they're not going to go for the clear on it. Maybe he didn't quite catch that it was zooming past him. Either way, the call comes in to start rotating across to A. They want to be able to reinforce some of these longer sightlines with that Marshal.
And you've got the Phantom, a Guardian for Demon 1. Mindfreak just holding the angle. The Sheriff.
And the first line of offense here being Mindfreak. Oh, it's cut down, and Demon 1 just swinging the corner of the Guardian.
finds something, takes him out. Now it looks like with that, they might just end up counter swinging back over towards B.
Yeah, absolutely the right play here from EG. Sensing the pressure, knowing that they cut down a couple already.
Yeah, but they're going to double back in,
Marshall
expecting for PRX to be trying to rotate over.
EG get a double pump. Try to come back through.
30 seconds left.
Steps being heard. Flash out, hot hands here from Jing just to try to slow them up, but T1 spraying into that Nebula, managing to find the kill. The buy gets taken down. Fake out sent in. Comp with a shock dart comes up with get another kill. Plan can come through, and now it's all on Forsaken. This time he doesn't have a ghost, it's just a classic in hand. Some heftier firepower, see if he can find anything. Here's a swing on the corner, and no.
There it is.
Prime Gaming flawless here for EG, moving up now 8-6.
All right, let's see if you can get the bonus here, EG.
Their anti-ecos have been really solid. The pistols, of course, have been great as well. And that's been a huge boon for them. Now, they did win both pistols on Vine, and Paper Rex was able to run it back. But now you got to start thinking about the moment for both of these teams. EG wants to get back to those finals for the second time this year. You know, we saw them in Tokyo. And then you looked over to Paper Rex, who hasn't been to one since Copenhagen last year. They did go directly into those grand finals last time through the winner's bracket, even though they weren't able to come through with the win. And this time around, looking to see if they can repeat history. Something with the op.
Clears out, Boost here taking a bit of damage. Devi as well, going to be tagged up, but flips him right through the corner. And something finds the opening kill. Still no damage dealt. And Jogamo lurking forward. That guiding light not going to identify anything as he's just tucked into the Nebula. So safe for the time being, but I think he might have just spotted the leg of Forsaken right at the last second. Shock dart forward. There's the gate crash. Drone coming up, tucks into the corner. It's a fake out. Pulls back away. Still just trying to
run him down. Here.
Damage coming through. Jogamo now has the backstab. Jing going to be taken out of the fray, and Forsaken gets encroached upon. Jogamo just swinging forward. Flushes him out.
I know somewhat where they're at.
An operator, this retake becomes so much more difficult. You can see it's handed off over to Devi as something. Knows that he needs to be able to play up close. He needs to play into the site with this jet.
Cutting through.
Ethan just sets him up.
I like the look from Jogamo here now on the flank.
And Jogamo continues to flank.
30 seconds left.
To push that way.
Watching behind, no one staring for this one. Do they get caught off guard? They think about it here for a brief little moment. Mind Freak, he takes the challenge, but he still ends up dying.
One enemy
now Devi, dead, the swing out of
Damn,
Jogamo.
let's go, boys!
First round. A 4K here for the Astra to continue to stretch the lead. 3 consecutive rounds, EG, 1 away from double digits.
Jogamo here just doing such a great job navigating the back line, catching Jing completely flat-footed, and then steps right into Forsaken, takes him down. Mind Freak kind of gets an inkling that something might be coming behind him, but he's just not able to react in time. Jogamo there, a lot of times it's calm on those lurks. This time around, Jogamo shows that this is a team game for EG. They do such a good job of reading the map and working the map. And this is why they have had such a glow up here. Not just Tokyo, but now at Champions as well. On the precipice of going straight to the grand finals this time. And this EG looks so much better. Yeah, you could say Paper.
It's all on Mind Freak having rotated over. Cosmic Divide makes it 9 possible.
Very little Mind Freak can do here. Just a sheriff in hand. And this calm angle. See if he even thinks about it.
My bad, chat.
He does, but calm. Good for the headshot. Takes him out. 4 consecutive now in the half for EG. They get themselves up to 10. Double digits established. Paper Rex. They're going to have a run back. They need to begin it right here, right now, because again, yes, it was not with something in the Ross, but the last time they played versus Paper Rex on this map of Pearl, it was a 13-6 victory for EG.
Certainly, you would think that Paper Rex, I don't know, maybe they need to get aggressive. Maybe they need to start this W key engine. See if they can get it fired up. Right now, a little bit of a delay here from Ethan. Looking to try to punish.
Oh boy.
All right, so we back.
The sound that strikes fear into your heart. As he comes up with the kill. Mind Freak going to be taken down. Something still challenging over here. Does not dash out. Doesn't get the opportunity. Ethan takes his head clean off. And once again, Evil geniuses continue to press forward. Great cash. Great gate crash in. Forsaken finds the kill in the back end. He's going to commit to this. Drops in the lockdown, just looking to shove them back spots. Boostio puts a couple shots into his shoulder.
This turret's going to alert to this flank from Jing.
Buys them some time, he buys them some space. But as you say, trying to get somebody into a flanking position. They clear out the turret. They make them question it now, and they need to be cognizant of that.
Have his round, I'm gonna try refreshing the stream.
This is still so very rough, even with it just being a 3v4.
And the way that EG has slowed this game down has really played into their hands.
Curveball to ready. Jing. Ready to send the flash. Flash up over the top. Now sends it. Doesn't want to swing the corners. Got a second one ready to go. Sends that one out. Spots one. Just around the back of the pillar. Recon dart going to be cleared. Hot hands to try to buy some time. Forsaken swings in. Ends up falling. His comp also finds the buy. Now it is all on Jing to try to do the impossible. It's going to be good for two. But Team one's in behind.
Damn. All right, let's refresh this.
180 pass. Forward into the grand final.
And that's 8 rounds in a row going back to the previous.